Did you hit live?
Yeah, we're live. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Here we go. I'm ready to go, man.
This shark music?
There's nothing happy about tonight.
Sharks coming after Farhan? All right. Hey, welcome everybody, NorCal Sports Network. Monday night, March 11th, 2024, and it's 38 now, and we're on the same time. It's nice.
How about that? Yeah,
we're on the
same time.
We're on the same time. Yeah, it came a little early for me, and I had to, went to the ball game today, and I was like, I better get another shower before I go on. Otherwise, who knows, by the time we get off this show, my wife will be sound asleep, and I'll end up waking her up. So, I needed the extra 5 minutes so I can get all showered up. But yes, everybody, welcome. And any San Francisco Giants that might be listening in, San Francisco PR, front office, let me just get this right out in front. You guys are Bush League, and I don't believe a word you say. You're all liars, all of you. In that front office, just about. I mean, it rolls downhill from the front office to the public relations. Just a garbage, low-class organization they've become under Farhan Zaidi. Just second-rate. Dodgers would never treat anybody like this. I mean, no teams. I don't think any team would treat a player of the caliber of J.D. Davis like this, what the Giants did today. And I'm going to lay it all out for you, and I'll tell you why I don't believe anything Farhan has said about we tried to trade J.D. Davis. BS.
Bullshit.
Come on. You think we buy that, Farhan? You're the king of stupid, ridiculous moves, pulling guys in for like Dixon Machado for a week, Michael Papierski. How many guys have you brought in and DFA'd before they even landed in San Francisco? My goodness. And you can't find a deal. You're the master of finding nobodies. Okay.
You were able to trade DeSclafani, and you can't trade J.D. Davis?
Yeah. You also traded Ross Stripling to the A's, and the A's took on, of the $12 million, 12 and a half, you paid like $3 million. The A's, the cheap ass A's, are paying over $9 million for Ross Stripling, and you couldn't find a deal for J.D. Davis at $6.5 million and maybe pay $2 or $3 million. You're already going to pay $1.1 million by releasing him, and you did it within 16 days prior to the start of the season. So you only had to pay him for 30 days prorated salary, as opposed if you waited till maybe the end of this week, it would be 45 days of prorated salary. So you're trying to save money in the worst way. This stinks so bad, Giants and Farhan, that I hope karma comes back to bite you in the you-know-what, because you guys did this man completely wrong, and you know it, because you can't tell me, Farhan, that you couldn't pay $2 to $3 million more, $2 million more, $1 to $2 million. You're already paying 1.1. So you couldn't have traded him and agreed to pay $2 to $3 million to that club of the salary. So maybe that club's only on the hook for $4 to $5 million, and then you would get a player back in return. No, this is revenge. You wanted to stick it to JD Davis for some reason. And you know how we know you're lying, Farhan? Because your lips are moving. You lie about everything you say. I don't buy anything you say, because the whole organization, 6.9 million, and you're trying to save $6 million. You could have easily traded JD Davis. You can't tell me that nobody wanted JD Davis in a trade, that you called all 29 other teams and they all said no. Baloney. Go ahead, Eric. I'll get more.
Absolutely. I'm guessing Dipoto must have not answered his phone. Maybe that's what it was. Because I guess that's the only guy he could trade with, right? Nobody else. Come on, guys. I'm sick and tired of this. And I'm not going to support this organization. I'm not going to do it. And I'm going to freaking hammer them every damn game if I have to, because I'm tired. Look, I'm not going to go after the players, but I am going to go after the front office and ownership, because this is absolutely ridiculous. This should have never happened. You're telling me you couldn't freaking trade this guy, just like you said, Dan? Come on. We talked about it. You trade DeSclafani. You were able to trade Haniger. You were able to trade Ross Stripling. And you're telling me you can't trade JD Davis? Come on. What's going on? And to be honest with you, was third base even a position that really didn't need to be upgraded? I think JD Davis and Casey Schmidt-Pye could have locked it down for a little while. The priority, hey, how about freaking Slater and Yaz?
Yeah.
You get rid of them and you have Matos out there. That was your need. And then you could use that money to go get a damn starting pitcher.
Yeah.
They're misguided. And this is absolutely, it's criminal the way that they treated this guy. I'm talking about JD Davis.
Yep.
Yeah. Do I understand? Yeah, he could have had the guaranteed money if he didn't decide to go arbitration. But isn't that almost to a point where you're threatening the player? Hey, you go to arbitration, you win, we'll just drop you. Shouldn't you? I mean, that's part of arbitration. You go to arbitration to plead your case. Hey, I'm a better player than what you say I am. And they won, or I should say the player won. There's nothing wrong with that. And then the club wants to take it, because that's what it 100% looks like. It looks like sour grapes. Oh, they beat us, or he beat us in arbitration, so now I'm going to take it out on this guy. I'm going to try to get rid of him. And they did try to get rid of him. There was a trade to be had. There was a trade to be had. This is absolutely ridiculous. I've been calling Farhan a liar for what, a year now? And I don't think I'm wrong. This is bad. What was the biggest issue after the end of 2023? Wasn't the biggest issue about culture, right? That's why they got rid of Kapler, because there is a culture. But everyone seems to ignore, who's the guy that hired Kapler? Who's the one that stuck with him for 4 damn years? You're telling me because after 1 year that, now Kapler's the problem? Bullshit. Yeah. Was Kapler a problem? Absolutely. But the guy who is the infection is Farhan Zaidi. Period. He's the one. He is the president of baseball operations, right? You set the culture. And now what have you done? I guarantee you there's probably a lot of players in there that are probably looking them side-eyed, because this is ridiculous. This is not how you do business.
Nope, you don't do business this way. You had a deal, and I mean, you went through the proper channels. The players, they have this, and Farhan finds an out, but there is a wrinkle in this. I just want to point. I want to point something out, that this, some of these guys out there like Ben Kaspick, is taking the side of the Giants, of course, because he wants his little pass to the Giants or whatever, gets in, this club. but he's
Hold on real
sitting here.
quick. I see a lot of people out here saying blame the agent. Why would you look again? If the player decides that, hey, you know what, I think I'm more valuable, then you should. So in other words, you got to just do whatever the club says then, right? Otherwise, you risk getting cut. Is that it? Is that what it comes? Is that what we're coming?
Yeah,
down to?
who would think JD Davis would just get released? You know, there's a clause in this contract or in this CBA that says something about it's for players that don't have a whole. Let me see if I can find the right wording on this. But look at all these Ben Caspic tweets out here that's saying passing on just under 6.4 million in guaranteed money is just a file for 6.9, not guaranteed money. Seems like a huge mistake by JD Davis representation. Well,
it could go the other way. It's an organization that's worth billions, and they can't give up $300,000.
Yeah, it's only a mistake.
Go both ways.
I said it's only a mistake because he was done dirty. No other executive in Major League Baseball would treat a player of the caliber of JD Davis that way. It was a cheap shot. Farhan could have paid $1 to $2 million of salary to consummate a trade and got a player in return. Farhan wins this battle, but will lose the war. And the war is you're not getting other players to come here because this is just, over a few $100,000. Farhan, they wanted JD Davis for 6.4, but they don't want him for 6.9.
Yeah,
come on.
Exactly. Bullshit.
Come on.
Bullshit. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You're willing to pay a guy 6.4. You did this knowing you did it as an insurance deal. You're going to pay and if you don't get Chapman, you'll have
stick
Davis
with JD.
play.
But since they got Chapman, they can throw him out.
You're just going to stick it to him. There is going to be a grievance filed here. I smell it because let me see if I can. I'm going to close this out. I'm going to look for it because there is a clause in the CBA that says something to the effect that you can do this for players who are basically have no value. And JD Davis had a better offensive statistics than Matt Chapman last year.
Yeah.
So, this organization, exactly, Glenn, don't underestimate how cheap this organization has become. It is pathetic. I hope people boycott them.
I'm done with them.
I mean, this is a joke. Let me just tell you guys something about this organization. These guys are they're full of constant liars. And, I'm basically going to put the nail in the coffin for me already. It's already been lit, but here is I'm going to show you. Let me see if I can find this because I just got to find it here. Where is that? All right, I'm not finding it. But anyway, go ahead, Eric.
Exactly, Spencer. That's exactly. As long as Farhan Zaidi is in charge of this organization as president, I am not supporting this team. I want nothing to do with it. I'm not supporting this guy. Not doing it. And where the hell's the ownership, guys? Where's ownership? Don't they realize how bad this is going to look for them? Do they care? Where's Buster Posey, man? Right? Where's Buster Posey? He's a player.
I don't know what it is with this organization.
What's going on, guys?
They have no problem lying. Look at this, guys. I applied for my credentials here with the Giants, and can you guys see that?
Yeah. Yep.
That's the director of PR for the Giants. Hi, Dan. I appreciate you working hard to get baseball folks on your YouTube show. Ned Coletti and Marty Lurie. I can't read this darn thing with this thing in the way. Hold on. Are very respected within MLB, and I'm sure it's been great to have their support for your show. With all the new media, particularly podcasts, blogs, and fan-related websites, I have to draw the line somewhere in who I credential. I have a lot on my plate already, handling all the requests and taking care of all the media affiliated with major news gathering organizations. And as much as I'd like to help you and your show, I just don't have the bandwidth to do so right now. Truly appreciate you reaching out and your interest in covering the Giants. Maybe we can revisit some point if you continue to grow your YouTube channel. All right, that's that. Now, I'm going to show you a sent that I sent to Matt Chisholm on where is it? Sunday. Come on, where is it? Is my email showing there?
Yeah, you might want to get rid of that.
All right, let me hold on. I'll pull this up here. I'm going to pull this up. So that's the email I got from the Giants. All right. So where the heck did it go? What's today? The 11th? I sent that on the 8th. Why is it not showing up in my sent file? Maybe it didn't go through. Oh, here it is. Okay. Here it is. All right, guys. So this is why I say the whole organization, there's no truth telling going on here. Okay. So this is some interviews. I said, hey, Matt, I thought your policy was only if you were part of a large media group. What happened to no YouTubers or podcasters? Does a great job in showing players in a positive light, and I provide similar content to a larger audience, which helped connect the players with the fans. My show is growing and resonating with Giants fans, and having access would benefit the team with more positive publicity. With only two weeks left, I would appreciate the opportunity to get credentials for a couple of days. Thanks for your consideration. Well, this here, I guess I have to open it up in another window, but there's a link to a YouTuber who got credentialed, who we've had, he's a friend of our show, Jim on Base, and he got credentialed, and he doesn't even do a show. He's got 800 subs, something like that. So the bottom line is they don't want me in there because they don't like the fact that we tell it like it is. We call them out. We call them out so that's fine. I don't mind not getting credentials. Just tell me, hey, we don't think you're a right fit for our organization. You're too critical, whatever. I don't care. I can take it. But to sit there and just tell me you don't do YouTubers or podcasters, only major media outlets, and then I see who you bring in. I see who you're bringing in. Hey, Bub Rab, we got Casey on our own. We didn't go through the Giants. We had a connection with Casey. So no, the Giants aren't giving us anything. That email I sent, no response, because he was caught red-handed. He knows. So this is what I'm saying. This whole organization is being run like it's just there's no class to it. It's just it's unbelievable. You guys want me to be more positive? Then do something positive. We'll sing your praises. But you guys, it's very hard to sit here and act like everything's kumbaya with the Giants when they're being run by Pinocchio. What is Pinocchio for, Eric?
Yep. What
do we call Farhan? What do you call Farhan?
Liar. He's a liar.
He is. He's a liar. I hate saying that, but
I don't hate saying it. It's the truth.
I mean,
nothing to hate about it. It's
I know. I don't like calling people liars, but
yeah. But hey, if that's what they're doing, that's what they're doing, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can't tell me that JD Davis. I mean, $7 million is not a lot, and if you're willing to kick in $2 or $3 million to actually, you are paying 1.1. So if you kicked in $3 million, and a team only had to pay JD Davis $4 million for this year, you can't tell me there's not one team that wouldn't want JD Davis for $4 million. I hope he signs a contract that, a 2-3 year deal, and he gets more money. He deserves it for having to go through this. Just unbelievable. Hey, by the way, I don't know if there's guys that are in the chat and they're listening. I want to give a shout out today. I was having lunch at In-N-Out before the ball game, right next door to the stadium, basically, and met a couple guys, and one's from Sacramento, one's from Tucson. They're retired friends here, coming to the ball game, and they were Giants fans. Shout out to Peter and Tony. If you're out there watching, thanks for checking us out. Peter and Tony, big-time Giants fans. So our beef is not with any of the fans. It's not with any of the players. It's with the front office. It's all 100% with the organization, the way it's been run. Look, you just don't do business with people that way. Michael Roeder says JD will be a free agent in 25. No, he's a free agent now, Michael. He's a free agent now. He has no club, and he's getting no money this year unless somebody signs him. He's getting $1.1 million. That's it. Somebody will sign him. There'll be some injuries. JD Davis is a good player. He's a good player. He's a solid player. I don't understand why the Giants wouldn't even want to keep him on their bench.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Look, if that's the case, then why is Slater still on the roster?
Yeah.
Why did you sign Nick Ahmed? Right? Because it's all about versatility, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
What other position can Ahmed play other than shortstop?
That's it.
Okay. Why you still have Yaz? Yeah, Yaz has a little bit of value.
I think JD Davis finds a club. Hopefully he finds a better club. Somebody's going to end up picking him up. There'll be injuries to a third baseman. If he doesn't get signed before the opening day, which I got to believe he gets signed, somewhere. Maybe this is the best thing for him in the long run, because he gets to be a free agent and he can, maybe he signs a 2-year deal with somebody. Maybe he signs a 2-year, $10, $12 million deal. We'll see. Yeah, Northern Lights, Glenn, he could be a great bench player. He was a bench player when they got him. He was willing to be a bench player. I don't know why you wouldn't want a guy like JD Davis coming off your bench. He could play in the left field. He could play third base, obviously. He could play first base. He could DH. Soler has a history of getting hurt. They all got a history of getting hurt for the most part. I don't know if the Dodgers would have room for him. Maybe they do. Maybe the Dodgers figure a way to, if I'm the Dodgers, I might consider signing JD Davis and moving off of Gavin Lux, who's probably going to get sent to the minors. Gavin Lux is making constant errors. He was the shortstop, moved him to second base. He can't make the throw from second base. What happens if the Dodgers, are they a better team if they move Muncy to second and sign JD Davis to play third? I mean, basically, it's you're talking about JD Davis over Gavin Lux. I don't know. I think JD Davis in that Dodger lineup would be pretty tough out with all those guys. He'd see some pretty good pitches.
That's what Michael meant there, Dan.
What's that? My point, Dan, is that the part of why Aaron Crapton, he was going to be a free agent next year. I'm not sure what you mean by why he released him, or is that what he's
since
talking
he's
about?
a free agent next year, that's why he kind of crapped on him and just got rid of him now, since he's going to be a free agent next year anyways.
Well, what was I saying last year about JD Davis at the trade deadline?
Mm-hmm.
Trade him while he's got some value.
Yep, correct. You know what else you said? Remember, you talked about when they're going to go to arbitration, that this can't, nothing good could come of this. Remember?
Right.
When they went to arbitration, you said nothing good could come of this. I didn't think they were going to steep this low, to be honest with you.
I
thought
had
they were
no
going to trade
idea.
him. The trade, okay, I get the trade makes
Yeah.
sense, but you're not getting nothing for him, and then you're just going to dump him.
Yeah, it's a salary dump, and it's a dump you're dumping salary. So you're trying to save 5.8 million. You were going to pay him 6.9. You're saving 5.8 million by basically, releasing him. Now,
So now they're sitting around at 12 million before they hit the cap, right? Somewhere around there, 12 million.
Yeah. Now, if you want to go ahead and make a trade for moving off of Yaz and Slater and get a pitcher and sign Snell for that money.
If they couldn't, so tell me this: if they couldn't use JD Davis as part of that package, how the hell are they going to have value out of Slater? That doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't understand the.
How could he have not been part of a trade package? Look, I understand just trading him by himself isn't going to bring a lot back, but if you package him together with somebody, you probably could get something in return. But
yeah,
I guess
Bart. Slater, Yaz, one of the pitchers. By the way, I went to the ball game today. Logan Webb got lit up.
Really? Wow.
Oh, he gave up 6 runs and 4 balls were just flying off the bat. Loud contact today.
How many innings did he go?
4.
4.
Did he go 4 or did he go 5? Let me look. Let's see.
He's got about 2 more starts before they break, something like that.
Yeah, a couple more. Let me see. Hold on here. Let's get to this.
Justin says 7 runs, 6 earned, 3.3, 3 1/3.
Yeah, he was in the 4th inning. Yeah, here's
how many pitches did he throw?
His ERA for the spring is 10. He threw. Where are we got here? Come on, give me.
That's what it seems like, Robert. That's what it seems like.
I can't see the pitch count in this box score. Maybe let me.
Maybe they don't have it. Maybe they don't.
I'm on ESPN. Let me go to a different box score. I probably get it. Okay, Webb.
I don't think that's out of the realm of possibilities, Robert. Absolutely.
Webb faced,
Glenn, I've changed my mind.
Webb faced 22 batters. It's not telling me. Where's his pitch? Somebody's got his pitch count out there. I can't see it.
Retribution just for winning the arbitration. That's what I think. He didn't take the money that they was offered, and I think the Giants were pissed off that he went to arbitration.
The agent.
Yeah,
we've got some articles we can pull up, by the way. So we'll do that. Let's pull up some.
It's just I don't like this. It was supposed to be about a culture change. I'm telling you, Farhan should have gone when Kapler left as well. They should have just started all over. It made no sense on why Farhan is still with this team.
Yep. Hold on here. Let me pull this one up here. I'm going to have you read these, Eric, because I'm getting
All right, no worries.
tired once I talk. Is that up? Did that pull up?
Yeah, you just got to zoom it in. What do you want me to read here?
I don't know. I haven't even read these yet. Read this top one. What's it say?
Management can do all kinds of shitty stuff that is expressly permitted, not to mention stuff that is only vaguely prohibited. Service time manipulation, which is something that Farhan does do, and the whole IFA, the international free agent market. This has been an area everybody knew about, but neither had an interest in triggering or forbidding.
Keep going here.
The owners would want something fairly significant in return to eliminate it, because they always do. And it almost never got triggered because teams would just non-tender borderline calls in November. And if you got hurt while on the 40-man, they had to IL you.
Yeah. Let's see. There was a huge loophole. This is an article from Baggerly we can get into. Let's see.
So many institutions in sports and the media and politics and business everywhere have set rules that are set up with the unspoken understanding that everyone will act at a certain level of good faith. And so much of the modern world is now folks abusing those rules in bad faith.
Yep, that's Farhan. Total stuck it to a guy.
Oh, he did. 100%.
And then Farhan's out there defending himself. It's just ridiculous. And he's oh gosh. The guy's the biggest loser I've ever seen in sports.
Jeffrey Pastrami, related Larry Tomato. Nicholas Robertson, Davis screwed San Francisco.
What are you reading?
What? In the chat.
Oh, okay. I'm not looking.
Davis screwed San Francisco. Okay.
Where's this?
It's in the chat. It's in the chat.
Yeah, I see it. Nicholas, where are you coming up with that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is your name Farhan or what? Come on. Come on, dude.
Davis last year screwed the Giants.
Come on, dude. Tell me you don't know much about sports. Tell me you don't know much about sports. Come on.
Oh, good point, Gilbert. Yes. Derek Holland, Donovan Solano, Ross Stripling.
Wood.
How come I can't remember? Alex Wood. Kevin Gosman, Mad Bum, Crawford, Davis, Sabian. No, here we go. We can go back to Sabian now. Have all called out the Giants on bullshit. Some still act like Farhan is the victim, and I don't understand it. Here, let's go back to that. Remember, Larry Krueger had a great interview with Brian Sabian. And remember what everyone was saying? Oh, Krueger doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
It's all a misunderstanding. There's nothing to see here. Bullshit. There is something to see here. You know the old adage, where there's smoke, right?
Who is this?
Come on.
Who's this Nicholas? What's
know.
This guy saying? Nicholas Robinson Davis is trash. You could think that if you want, but you don't treat people that way. Maybe you do, Nick, but that's not the way common good folk do with people.
Zach Littell, yep, good job, good call, or good pull there, Carlo. Forgot about him. Devil's advocate. Oh yeah, Aaron. Okay, business first. I get it. I understand the business. I'm not going to say that I don't understand the business. Yeah, there's a loophole. I get it.
Are you talking about Aaron? Aaron?
Yeah.
Aaron. This isn't a
no,
good
no, no.
look.
No, I see what he's doing. He's just saying that Farhan.
Yeah, no, I agree, but I don't. Is it possible Farhan is the savvy one to utilize this loophole? Has to please his bosses, or has bosses to please? Maybe so. Maybe this is an ownership deal. I think it is both. I think ownership has a guy in there like Farhan who is shrewd, who doesn't care about people. Obviously, he doesn't communicate with people. He doesn't tell anything. Hey, all you got to do is go back to the Carlos Correa signing. Didn't even notify Crawford that they were signing him.
Correct.
And that they were looking to move him to third base. Never even talked to him like, hey, how do you feel about moving to third base? This guy does not know how to communicate. He's a weasel. He's a wimp. That's period. Period. The guy is just I don't know what to say about this clown, but
let's not forget. Remember when they signed Chapman, they didn't even let JD Davis know what was going on.
Exactly. They didn't do it there either.
And prior to that, it was the whole arbitration thing. You know, they squabbled over $300,000, right? Don't know why that was an issue. You even called it before when it was going on. Hey, you know why? This is going to come back to have some repercussions. And it's stupid. And then you got all this stuff going on with JD Davis. These are only a couple of things.
Yep. The Dubon trade was horrible. Yep.
Dubon. Remember, you forgot about that? Gilbert.
Yeah, that's right.
Dubon came out and had some choice words about the
saying about the organization.
There's too many people out there saying stuff about the current organization.
Oh, look at everybody. Hey, it's being talked about throughout baseball. Look at Alex Rodriguez last year ripping.
Alex Rodriguez, Tom Verducci, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the Giants are a national disgrace because of Farhan Zaidi and the ownership group. What else we got here? I'm going through the chat. Running a business.
Yeah.
Running a business means you put the right people in place to make you the best you can possibly be.
Someone who says it's his business.
Okay.
What do you think about this one? No one took him off waivers. What's that say? I don't know.
Nicholas, you're about ready to go into timeout because you don't know what his batting average was. He hit 200?
What? It screwed the fans.
Nicholas, one more stupid comment and you're going in timeout.
No, just let him be stupid. Hold on one second.
I don't need stupidity on like that much stupidity. I mean, this guy didn't even JD Davis hit like 248 last year. I mean, 200?
Tell me who in this day and age, 248 is pretty good. Exactly. Pretty sad. I don't agree with it, but unfortunately, that's the way it is.
Yeah, he is a troll. One more comment and he's done.
His first year with the Giants in 2022, which was like half the year, he batted 263. Last year, batted 248.
Yeah, that's above average, by the way. I don't know why ownership wouldn't want to pay if you're going to get a player back. Why wouldn't you try and get a decent player? JD Davis has some value to a team. You can't tell me that there weren't teams that would have given you a decent prospect if you were going to pay $2-3 million. Come on. They ownership paid for part of Haniger's deal with Seattle. They paid part of Stripling's deal. They cut Tommy LaStella and had to pay him. They're paying for DeSclafani too. Oh boy. I'm just going through this.
Good point there, Rox.
You know, a lot of times when you cut a player this late, you really hurt. A lot of people say, well, why didn't he get picked up from another team? Because it's 2 weeks before the games start. They start today? 17 days from now? The 28th?
Something like that, right?
Is the season opener, right? Yeah. The 28th of March. They're in San Diego. Let me pull that up just to double check. Yeah, March 28th. 2 weeks from this Thursday. They only have, and the Dodgers play next week in Korea. Dodgers and Padres for 2 games. Giants have left in spring training 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because the split squad, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 games. A couple of split squad games in there. Then they got the Sacramento and then Oakland up in the Bay Area. So they got 16 games. Well, these teams, a lot of these teams, it's a little late to bring in a player. I don't know.
Hey, Eric, what did he say? I mean, I don't want to sit there and time out people just because I have an opinion. If it's dumb, it's dumb. We don't need to ban people or time them out just because they're saying so. If they're being personal and, being vulgar or something, okay, I get it. Just be careful with that.
Oh. Yeah. All right. If teams wait, it will be cheaper for them. Yep, we've been calling out Farhan for a long time. That's why the Giants don't like us. We'll keep calling it out. Hey, we've said he's done well. When he does well, we say it. When he does bogus stuff like this is just
the biggest issue is it's a long line of bullshit that's been happening from Farhan. That's the issue. That's the issue. This isn't a one-off, guys. This isn't a one-time thing that's happened. This has been happening for quite a while. And when's enough, guys?
Hey, Mark Hope on Twitter sent me a note that said, let me see what this is. Oh, it's basically as he's watching the show right now, because he's watching through Twitter. He said, great point, guys. And Conforto did make a comment about players noticed this.
Absolutely, they do. Come on, they can't. You can't sit there and say.
This is a fraternity, man. These players they stick together. And when one guy of their brothers gets treated like this, telling you, they notice. They may not say anything publicly because they don't want to be next, but they're taking notes. And when the opportunity comes for re-signing here or going somewhere else, all things being equal, they're getting the heck out of Dodge. And I'll tell you another thing they're going to do. They're going to talk to other potential free agents that say, hey, how you treated over there in San Francisco with the front office? And they're going to say, you know what they did to Davis was dirty, and they've done a lot of other things like that. Trust me, you can do better than yourself. You don't want to sign here. I don't know why players would want to be part of this. I really don't. Let me see what else is if anybody else is making comments. Baba
Booey says, would love to hear what Will Clark has to say on this. Yeah, that should be interesting.
Yeah, I'm just going through here to see if there's. Hey, thanks for your comments, Mark. Yeah, Mark. Here's another great comment by Mark Hope. Looking forward to tonight's show. He says, it's interesting to me how some Giants media members, the ones who are just hanging around for the cheese platter and May's access, really took Farhan's side on this. I did not. Farhan screwed JD out of $6 million on purpose. Of course. Marty Lurie even said
Marty wasn't happy. Yeah, he's not.
Nobody's happy with this.
What's up, Tyler Wise guy? Thanks for the $5, man. Appreciate it. He says Farhan is a snake in the grass.
Yep. Thanks for the donation there.
Thanks, Tyler.
Tyler, yeah. No one in Major League Baseball ever. Okay, we're talking about. Okay.
Did Larry say anything? I haven't seen any tweet. Did he tweet anything out about that? I don't think he said anything, has he?
Not sure. Ooh, just got a text from a buddy, Garrett Cole, to go MRI for elbow.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Wow. Jeez. I'll tell you, man, these pitchers. Wow. See, what is this guy saying? When the NFL cuts players, do people rip the front office every time? This doesn't happen in baseball as much because almost all money is guaranteed. Close the loophole and Davis would have got his money. Yeah. Yeah, it's just the fact that they took advantage of
look, it's the timing. If anything, the timing is horrible.
Why wouldn't
you could have done this? You could have done this after the season ended, right?
Yeah, or why not
traded him at the trade deadline?
Why not take it another 15 days and you have to pay him for 45 days instead of 30. So you're paying him another $500,000 or so. That's why I know it's about money and cheapness for the Giants. They'd rather get rid of him prior to 30 days, so they only have to pay 30 days of proration versus 45 days. They had to do it before 16 days prior to the season. Okay, where are we at right now prior to the season? We're about 17 days, right? 16, 17 days. So they had to release him prior. They did this intentionally, knowing that they had to have him released because if he cleared waivers, it takes a day or two. Then they had to get him cleared and basically released before 16 days. Today's 17 days. So this is all about, Eric, trying to save 15 more days of pay.
See,
that's how weak this move is. And what happens?
Exactly, Michael.
What happens if Chapman goes down? Or
Schmidt? What happens then? Yeah.
And why wouldn't you wait till the end and then just pay the 45 days or work on trying to trade him for the next week or two?
Correct.
You didn't try and trade
why
him.
did you wait?
You tried to push this through, Farhan. You're a snake. See this, Farhan?
Good point. Good damn
you
point.
are a where's that super chat? Where'd it go?
Right there.
Put it back up. Snake in the grass. That's what you are, Farhan. You're a stinking, slimy snake. Unbelievable. I can't even believe you have a job.
Exactly.
You mean
yes, and $12 million for Yaz and Slater. Absolutely. I know.
Northern Glenn says he's dropped him to 4-9. Heck, I wouldn't mind if they went 0-13. I'll be right back.
I don't know. Chat, tell me what you guys think. You think Farhan is in the right? Everyone? How many people back Farhan and what he did? Be interested. I'm interested to see how many people agree with what Farhan did. Is there a certain segment of the fan base that actually likes this? Yeah. Okay, Johnny. I'll do that. Let's do a poll. See what we got here. I want to see what people are thinking out there. Kind of want to gauge what the chat thinks.
All right.
I'm putting a poll out there.
Yeah, we're the only ones on here. I know we're the only ones ripping on Farhan in public saying the words we're saying. But you know what? Somebody's got to say it. Somebody's got to say it. People put it in writing and they can soften it up. I don't like this deal at all.
All right, it's out there. We'll see. I'm gonna see what people think.
What is the poll?
Yeah, you know what, Baba Booey? I'm kind of disappointed in that. Yeah, where is Buster in all this? It's a little bit weird. Little bit weird.
Here's the quote. Mark Hope sent me the quote from Conforto. It definitely catches the eyes of the players. There are a lot of veteran guys who've seen a lot of things. Not necessarily this specific case because this is unique. Wow. You oh man. It's bad because JD Davis was an instrumental part of the team last year.
Yeah, he was. In the first half of the season, he was just on fire. The only problem is he hasn't really played a full season. That's the issue. He's always kind of been a part-time player, right? So in the second half, he started feeling it a little bit, which I understand. I get it.
Right.
You're putting him in a position that he hasn't necessarily been in. So there are going to be growing pains. And I was fine with him, being at third base along with Casey Schmidt. That's the future, right?
Right.
But you guys want to do this Chapman for 1 year, and then and the damn thing is, you're damned if he does, you're damned if he doesn't, because if he sucks, you're stuck with him.
Yeah.
And if he's great, he leaves. So then you got to find another third baseman.
It won't be JD Davis. Here's a quote from Farhan in response to his agent, JD's agent, Matt Hannaford's comment. We did formally offer JD just slightly under $6.4 million, matching the raise of what we believe to be one of the most relevant comps in the case. We did not offer this as a best and final with no room to negotiate. The response came with less than 10 minutes to go before the exchange deadline that the number has to start with a 7. We asked if that was the best they could offer, and we were told, again, it had to start with a 7. This is Farhan talking. We did not even view this as a formal counter, since they did not commit that they would be willing to accept a specific number. Then they filed a 6.9, and several hours after the deadline called, looking to engage in a settlement. We said that out of fairness to our other negotiations and to maintain credibility with our policy going forward, we are not in a position to negotiate once the exchange deadline had passed. This just reeks of a personal.
It seems like it. A guy and his dog says, do what? Pay him 6.9 to sit? No, you know what you could do? Look, Farhan probably had an idea of where arbitration was going to be, right? You're a damn
president. Of course he did.
Right?
Of course he did.
You know this. So if you know this and you're not going to want to pay him, because guess what? People know who's going to be free agents the following year. As a matter of fact, people know when people are going to be free agents years in advance. So why didn't you trade him at the trade deadline then? Why didn't you trade him at the trade deadline? You might have gotten a piece back, right? And then you would have moved off the guy, because then you're not going to have to worry about, quote unquote, sitting on a guy. Because, okay, for example, you're saying pay him to sit for 6.9. Well, guess what? If he accepted the 6.4, he would have sat on the bench getting paid 6.4, right? Right? I mean,
yeah.
Is that what the difference is? So come on. They could have done this again at the trade deadline last year, or even at the end of the season this year. Or hell, look how long the damn free agency has gone. I mean, we're in month number 4 in free agency right now in baseball. Come on. Something could have been worked out. Something could have been worked out.
Yeah, Matthew, that's the thing. Let me find your previous comment. That's what I was trying to get to earlier, because here it is, about the grievance. There will definitely be a grievance. Major League Baseball trade. That's where it was. Thanks, Matthew. We'll pull that up. It was Trade Rumors reported that the rule states an arbitration player can only be released if he is underperforming. Look up Davis. Davis had 3 home runs. He's 2 or 3 homers, hitting like 400, crushing the ball. Plus his year, what he had last year, was considered above average. What they say the major league average was, I told you the other day, is 248, right?
Something like that, right?
Yeah. So, and then he hit 248.
No, 240. 240 is the new. It was 240.
Was
right?
it 240? I think it's 248. I think it's 248. Okay. 248 is considered the average.
The average. I thought it was a little bit lower. But that's good.
That's
where he hit. He hit league average.
Yeah, and Matt Chapman hit 240, but you're going to pay him $20 million.
Yeah, exactly. And that's not even a need. It's starting pitching. That's what makes no damn sense. Everyone can see it. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Would you guys rather? Okay, guys, let me ask this question. Gosh dang, I already got the pull out there, though. Would you have rather had Blake Snell in the starting rotation with J.D. Davis / Casey Schmidt at third base, or would you rather have the rotation that they're going with now with Matt Chapman at third base?
Yeah. I mean,
right?
Yeah. The idea is that you try and get both, but
and they could have done both if they want to go over to the CBT, but they don't want to do that. This is the problem. Remember, this is coming back. Remember what Charles Johnson said.
Want to break even.
Want to break even. Snell over Chapman all day long. Snell, no question. Snell, no. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Was third base that much of a need to where you had to go get a $20 million guy for third base? Was third base that bad to where you had to go pay $20 million for Chapman rather than addressing the issue, which is the starting pitching?
Yeah. I mean, so you wonder how many players this will affect.
And that's good point. What's going to be the aftershocks of this?
Yeah. I mean,
Arhan clearing Bub payroll for a big move. Okay, what's the big move? Because right now there's 12. Who else are going to get rid of then? Who else are they going to get rid of?
Who's saying that?
Jeremy 415. Arhan clearing up payroll. He only freed up $6 million. I think they're what, $12 million from the cap now, if I'm not mistaken. So who are you going to sign? Who are you going to sign for $12 million a year right now? It ain't going to be no starting pitcher.
Unless they go with Lorenzen.
Is that a big move?
No.
To me, that's not a big move.
No, that's not a big move.
To be honest with you, is even Montgomery a significant move, but a big move is Snell, right?
Yeah, I mean, Montgomery would be a big move.
And you tell me this. Oh, guys, if you haven't seen it, go check out the new Foul Territory. It was on YouTube. Ken Rosenthal says it's alarming. Alarming that Snell and Montgomery haven't signed yet. He says, what kind of production are you going to get out of these guys? He's like, yeah, sure. They're practicing in Boris's facility. That's not the same as playing actual games.
Yeah. All right, I'm looking at Cots. J.D. Davis is gone.
Okay, yeah, see where we're at.
So their new total is 221.7 for the CBT tax. Or the CB tax.
Are you want to share it?
I'm just showing. I mean, I can.
Yeah, Foul Territory. It's it's great. Check it out. It's on YouTube. It's really good, Jeremy.
Yeah, I mean, it's right there where they're at. They're at 221.
221. And what is it? 237?
Yeah. Yeah.
So where you said that's what?
They got about 15 million.
15 million. What are you going to do with 15 million? Unless they move up, are they going to DFA Slater? Yes.
They still got to. They got to pay those guys. They got to pay them if those are guaranteed
that's
contracts.
Right. That's guaranteed money, so you still can't get under it then, right?
You got to trade them.
With it. You got to trade them. And if you can't trade J.D. Davis, how the hell are you going to trade Slaz? How? Right? Man, oh man.
It feels like, to me, this feels like baseball is trying to go younger, and they're squeezing out. Unless you're a superstar, it feels like they're putting the squeeze on.
This is weird. There's something weird going on. Yeah.
I mean, like JD Martinez is still unsigned.
Right.
Of course, he was offered a deal by the Giants and turned it down. So who knows what he was offered?
Mark. Andrew Thompson, you ready for a 70-win season? Yes, you did. Jeremy, yes. A $221 million payroll And they're what is it? Fangraphs are predicting how many wins again? 82? 82 wins.
That's a 60. That's the actual 26-man roster is projected at 180 million. I don't know which one I think they go by the, they go by the other one just for the CB tax, but they're really only
right. But that's what you have to have on. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's all you're 40. You got to pay. You're paying that. That's what you're going to be taxed again. You're not getting taxed against just the 26 man.
Right. But
so you spend all that money to be a 500 team, right?
Yeah.
Does that sound like success? Does that sound like building a successful franchise? Spending that much money and only being 500?
Yeah,
here's point, China Basin. Good point. There's probably going to be another strike in 2026.
Look at this comment. Mark DeLucci. All this is exactly what I was saying. Like a couple $1 million you could have made a trade. All this to save a couple of $1 million. If they ate $3.5 million, they could have probably moved him per Slusser. Per Slusser saying there was a trade out there, but not at full salary.
Interesting. So then Farhan's lying then.
Instead,
he said there was no trade.
Instead, they paid the $1.15 million to move on. So a couple of $1 million saved for no trade return plus look like a-holes. Yep. What is this here? Why didn't Davis just accept the offer? They offered hundreds of thousands of dollars less when they filed at 6.5. So Giants offered 5.6 to 6 range, offered insultingly low to get a hearing. Giants know Davis opportunity cost with 2 above. Davis doesn't know full risk. I'm not sure what. Farhan says they offered just under 6.4. Maybe they did, but the Giants, they could have settled this thing. The Giants, point is, Giants didn't want to settle this.
He wanted them to go to arbitration so they could.
Yeah, I believe Farhan knew this. Farhan knew this, and the whole idea. See, this is, Sabian never went to arbitration.
Interesting.
Never went to arbitration. Signed got an agreement. You ideally want an agreement because the agent knows this loophole. But this is what. Okay, so
interesting. So I think you think maybe they were pushing him to, hey, he's gonna go for a hearing for arbitration.
Oh, they had this in the back of their mind. They were gonna. They had it in the back of their mind that they would cut him if they got Chapman.
Yep. Absolutely.
Plan to sign Chapman if money is right. Preliminary trade talks for Davis finds little. Realize they have to eat the money to move. Play bad faith arbitration game. Back Davis into a corner where only real option is to go to a hearing. See, they made him go to a hearing.
They made him go to a hearing.
Boy pays off money-wise, but more slime added to franchise. Yep. Let's see. Zaidi pushes back strong. Oh, look at Dave saying, does he honestly believe this? Zaidi pushes back strongly on notion that this type of deal might dissuade players from coming to San Francisco based on letting Davis go without his ARB deal. Says that these kinds of decisions can feel personal to players. He understands that. He lauds the care organization coaches give players. Yeah, coaches might care, but you don't. You don't, Farhan. We know Melvin does, and the coaches care, but they're not the president of baseball operations. You are, and they have to. And if you say a guy goes, what are they going to do? Keep him, hold him, tie him down, and say he's not leaving here, Farhan. Come on, Farhan, you clown. Jeez.
Yes, D-Shot. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. Do you want me to close out the poll? We got 85 votes.
keep letting it go.
Letting it go. There's a vote, or there's a poll out there, guys. Who do you guys support, Farhan or JD Davis?
Or neither.
Or neither.
This is just bad faith. That's all it is, guys. That's all this is. If people can't see this, this is just bad faith. It's a bad faith. It's a bad look. It just is something that you don't do to a ball player who's got a family and he went to arbitration, which is part of this collective bargaining agreement, and he won, and now you're gonna stick it to him. Sounds like even if he would have lost, you would have stuck it to him. Just the fact that he went to arbitration meant the contract wasn't guaranteed. This makes
oddball card says Davis is a stiff, a backup on most teams. Nobody wants him. He's lucky he got paid what he got last year. Not sure why he's spending so much time on this. Players get cut all the time. The issue is, this has been something Farhan's been doing, not necessarily with this, but just the way he handles business. He doesn't communicate. He seems like he's, I don't know. What's the right word that we can find for that, Dan?
No, JD Davis was a really good guy. JD Davis was a
no.
Really
I'm not denying that.
I'm reading this.
Oh, go for it. Oh, my bad.
Well, I was reading. Where did it go? It just went. That
there you
one.
Go. But yeah, that the issue that I have, Vintage, is it's just the way that Farhan conducts baseball business. It's garbage. It's bad faith, as we've been talking about. He talked about a culture change, right? So how do you foster a culture change when you treat players this way? That's the issue. You're telling me he couldn't trade again. We've gone over this before. You're telling me you couldn't find a trade partner with JD Davis with another team? Really? If again, like I said, if you got an idea of what it's going to be like when it comes time for arbitration. So if he didn't want to move on from JD Davis, why didn't he trade him at the trade deadline when his stock was high? Because he was doing great up to the trade deadline. He was playing fantastic ball. He could have traded him, right? Or at the end of when the season ended, you could have found a trade at that time. But they didn't. They tried to stretch it out. They didn't know what was going to happen to Chapman. And next thing you know, they find a little loophole. And I think that's just, yes. Is it business? I get it. It's business. But come on, man. Come on. You're talking about culture change. That doesn't sound like culture change.
Nope. It's yeah. I'm trying to find I don't know if we have it. Do we have the JD Davis interview up on the channel? Did that ever get put up last year?
I could take a look. Hold on one second.
I'm digging through here and I can't find Slater.
JD Davis. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom.
How do you do that? Do you plug it in or into?
No, I'm just looking now. I don't see no JD Davis in here.
I guess that one.
And all the interviews that you had, I don't see.
I don't. There's Ramos. Gee, I got Will Wilson. What happened to that guy?
Yeah, Will Wilson. Yeah.
He's not even in camp. He's not even invited. I'm just digging through here. Brebbia, Lamont Wade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't have JD in there.
All right, let me see if I can pull that up. I'll go back and look for it.
Hey, Turd Ferguson, we had the number 1 wild card spot at the deadline.
Yep.
And you know who they signed? Right here. This is who they signed. There you go. That's who they signed. The number 1 spot in the wild card, and you go out and get AJ Pollock, who played one game. He played one game. That's it. You're in the number one spot. And to make your team better for the run, you got AJ Pollock. That tells me that tells me you probably weren't serious. And why did you trade? Whatever.
Hey, what's that thing I used to upload to? For the videos.
I can't remember.
I can't even remember the name of it now. Gosh. I used to upload all my videos. And
I can't remember what it was called. See, I got something here on Adobe where it just automatically transfers. It's really nice.
Really?
Yeah.
The file's too big, though, to send.
But you can't email it. That's the problem, yeah. Unless you share it on do you have a Google Share Drive? Because you could share it, I think. Don't ask me how to do that. I think Senior knows how.
I don't know.
Because Senior has sent me some videos that I can.
This is a 5-minute long interview with JD. That we never played on this channel. I'd have to download it. And then
file converter or something. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah. If this 5 minutes compresses and goes into an email and you get it, can you put it into something?
See, I don't know if you can compress it down enough. It's probably gonna be too big. Yeah, it's easy to exactly. That's what I was saying. Google Drive. If you have a Google Drive, then you can just send me the access to your Google Drive, and then I could download it and then convert it to.
I have Google Drive, but ask me how to do it.
Maybe message Senior. He might be able to tell you how to do it.
Oops, too file. Too. Okay, hold on. Too big. Let me see. So Google.
Yeah,
Drive.
everybody's sending that. Just send a link after you upload it to your Google Drive. Yeah, that's all you got to do. You can just send me the link to your Google Drive.
Well, how do I put it onto Google Drive?
I think it should be in there.
I have Google Maps.
No, don't put it to Google Maps.
Google Drive. What the heck? Google Drive. Come on. AirDrop. How about if I AirDrop it to you? Do you have an iPhone?
Yes. But yeah, I might be able to.
I don't know how to do this.
Here you go. Senior in there. Message Senior. He'll tell you how to do it.
Hold on here. Let me message Senior.
Here we go. Live on YouTube. IT support.
All right, let me message Senior here. Senior.
Tomio Wall says pitching will be okay.
Help.
Tomio, tell me, who is the starting rotation right now? Tomio.
I just sent out an SOS. That's all I did. Sending out.
Tomio, tell me.
Big Bamboo says, it's easy, Dan. Stop being old. That's the problem. I can't. I wish I could, man. I wish I am.
Tomio, who is the starting rotation? You say pitching is okay. How much do you charge for IT support? I get you, Heroku.
I know there isn't.
Just hold on. I know what I'm doing here, Heroku.
Options.
Tomio, what's the starting rotation right now?
Format. Most compatible. Individual.
Just go to Google Drive, Dan, and you'll see an upload.
Well, that's the problem. How do you get to Google Drive?
See, you got to do it. It's better to do it from a computer. You do a lot of things from your phone, don't you?
Because it's on my phone. I don't have it on a computer.
Oh, well, see. We got Webb, Harrison, and Hicks. Okay, you just named 3 starting pitchers.
Drive, I found it.
There you go. Tomio, you just named 3 starting pitchers. Webb, Harrison, and Hicks. Harrison? Maybe something there. We don't know, right? Hicks. Tell me what kind of success he's had as a starting pitcher. So right now, you got 2 bona fide starting pitchers. Well, maybe 1.5. So tell me. Let's just say those 3 are. Who's the other 2? Who's the other two? You said the pitching will be okay. So right now, you've gave me 3 of 5 starting position.
Who are you talking to? Tony?
Tomio.
Is it Tomio or Tomio?
Whatever. Tomio.
Looks like
Tomato.
Tomio.
Come on, man. They don't have a starting rotation yet. Got what, about 2.5. Roop, we don't even know. He's pitched 1 inning in spring training. 1 inning. Yes, there's high hopes, but there's always a lot of high hopes, guys. I keep talking about this. I hate repeating myself, but we don't know what they have until they get to the big leagues.
All right, now what do I do with it?
Now
It says I got it into an IMG.
It's an image. It should be a video, not an IMG.
Image movie. MOV.
Oh, now send that link. Now you should be able to send that link to my email.
To email. It says account, so I send it to.
Send it to my email.
Folder. Do I send the folder? My drive. Sharing. Add people in groups. Is that what I want?
There you go. I think so.
Add people in groups. What do I add?
You should add me, my email.
Your email. Okay, hold on. There we go. Editor. Who's the editor?
Editor.
Whatever. Add a message. I'm not adding a message. I just sent it.
You sent it?
I sent it.
Let me see what we got here.
And I'm a technological genius.
Still waiting. Hold on. It'll be.
It's a big file.
I think Cobb will be here soon. Look, I don't know why people keep putting their faith in Cobb. Come on. Yeah, he might be okay, but guys, he's coming off hip surgery. We don't know.
Do I have to hit that upload? It says it's sharing. See? Sharing. Sharing.
I haven't got nothing yet.
But do I have to hit the upload button?
You might have to hit upload.
Let's try that.
Yeah, Johnny, we're right up there, man. I'm a little bit better, but not by much. Yes, you have to upload it first. Bin Bamboo.
Okay, it's uploading.
Look, the starting rotation is not ready. We don't know who the starting rotation is going to be. Yeah, no, I get it. We got young pitchers, Tomio. I get it. And there could be possibilities, but we don't know. That's why you can't sit there and say the pitching's going to be fine. If you want to say, I hope the pitching's fine, that makes sense, right? I get it. That makes sense. Senior says, sorry, I've been on the call. Did you guys figure it out yet? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. Is that a tongue-in-cheek comment there?
For who?
By Heroku?
Yeah, that's tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay.
Exactly. And remember, how old was Lincecum when he got hip surgery?
28, 30.
And how old is Cobb?
36.
There you go, Tomio. I like that. Yes, I hope so too, man. To be honest with you, though, I'm kind of getting fed up with this organization, though. Whatever. I'm not gonna even go there. Dan, when we start doing post games, I'll let you do the Giants post game, and I'll post game the rest of the MLB.
Well, I'm going to wear my new Arizona Diamondbacks hat starting tomorrow night when it comes in the mail. After this JD disaster, I had to say,
it's the straw that broke the camel's back. I get it.
I got to pivot, man. It's hard to root for a team with a-holes running the organization. I mean, it really is.
There you go, Tomio. Yes, I am clearly skeptical. Yeah, exactly. I am.
That's J-Tan. Yep.
There you go. Yep. Awesome. So yeah, you know what it's about.
Oh, he's a little older than me. I've been following since 68. So
there you go. Cool. You've seen it before then, right? You've seen all these guys that are coming up. Everyone talks great about them, right? Oh, Tyler Beatty. Who is the other one? Kyle Crick. Who else? Who else was a big starting pitcher? I was supposed to come up and be big. And they just never broke. I'm waiting until they actually perform at the major league level, and then we can make that determination. I just don't get.
Yeah, whatever. Tyler Beatty, Kyle Crick, up a creek without a paddle. Sean Jelly, yeah. Who else have we heard of? Jesse Foppert. How about
Jesse Foppert?
2003 pitched, and that was it. He pitched a game or two, a year or two later, and Jesse Foppert was supposed to be the star. Who else?
Okert. Oh, yeah. Okert.
There was
Remember?
several of the guys.
Osich. Zach Wheeler. Seth Corey. He was a big guy. Remember? They were talking big about what happened to Seth Corey.
How about the guy with the long hair that was pitching with the Dodgers? Number one draft pick. Former, what was his name? He pitched for the Dodgers a few years ago. Long blonde hair, looked like Syndergaard.
Yeah, Bickford.
Bickford. Yeah, yes. Phil Bickford. How about that guy? Yeah, yep. traded to Milwaukee for
for Lamont Wade, right?
No. Well,
or was it someone else? I can't remember. Van Poppel. Well, yeah, he wasn't.
Wasn't there a catcher? Wasn't there a catcher in that deal too? Maybe it was Will Smith. Yeah,
Will Smith. That's what it was. Thank you, Gilbert. But yeah,
upload failed. Look at that. Why?
Try again.
What the heck?
Senior, call Dan. But again, what I'm trying to say is we just don't know until they're performing at the MLB level. I'm tired of just getting fooled at they're doing great in the minor leagues. Bring them up. Seems like more times than not, it just doesn't work out.
Most compatible. What the heck? Google
what is he?
Drive.
Yeah, he's trying to upload a video. Correct, Senior.
5 minutes to Google
Asaph
Drive.
Says I can help. Don't move the file to another folder while it's being uploaded.
All right, let me upload. Too late for me to say let me upload again.
Yes. Excellent. Mentos, the fresh maker. Anyways, Farhan constantly overpromises and underdelivers. Had the Correa deal miss. Pushed out Bochy. Now this. He's a joke. Yes, Mentos, the fresh maker. You are correct. That's kind of what I've been saying too. It's not it's not just one incident. I've said it before. It's not a one-off. There's a history here. Jerome Williams. Good. Nice, G.
Is there another place I can do it to, or is Google Drive the best?
You just Google Drive.
Google Drive. Upload. There we go.
You know what, Northern Glenn? I'm surprised that he wasn't part of the first cuts. Panda's still around.
Oh, he played today and got the biggest ovation.
Nice.
I
know why. He's cheap. You don't have to pay the man. He's cheap.
He made a nice pick today. He got a short hop, backhanded a short hop, and threw it over the first baseman's head. That allowed a run to score. And he during the inning when they were throwing him grounders, he overthrew third base head too. Everybody cheered.
So Asaph says Google Drive do you have the Google Drive app on your phone?
I do. There's a little thing in there. I've got a bunch of stuff in my Google Drive. Mm-hmm. So if I share it with you, am I just sharing the one thing, or am I sharing?
I think you're sharing the whole damn drive. You might, right? Can you just share? No, I think you could just share the specific file, right, guys? I think you could. I know when Senior sent me some photos or some videos.
Someone's trying to call me.
It's Senior, I think.
No, Asaph.
Oh, Asaph is trying to call. Okay, there he is.
Hold on. Let me grab the let me grab the White House phone.
Go ahead. Go for it.
Well, I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, you can share. Oh, well, never. You guys handle that. You guys handle that. Thanks, Asif. Appreciate it, man. Oh, man. Let's see how the poll's doing. Still out there. Poll is, who do you support in this JD fiasco? Farhan, JD Davis, or neither? 114 votes. Appreciate that. So far, Farhan is 11%. JD Davis is 66%. Neither, 23%. Interesting. Interesting. All right, we got Eric. You want to send me the link? Yeah, I'll send you the link. Hold on 1 second, Glenn. Let's wait till we get all this.
Okay, he could call me now because the phone was on do not disturb, and it's 707 673 6060. Asif.
There you go. That is the NorCal Sports phone. Hey, Glenn, I'll send you the link. Once we get all this straightened out, I'll send you the link. You want to have Glenn come in there, Dan? Is that good?
Sure.
All right, cool.
Let me see what's going on here with upload failed. Phooey.
Oh, he said 707
673
6060.
Yep.
There you go. Oh, interesting, Los.
Yeah, because Sabian settled for.
Oh!
All right, I'm going to put this on mute.
Yeah, put it on mute. There you go.
Right.
Supposedly, Davis is the first player in 20 years to beat the Giants in arbitration. That's hard to believe. Wow. That's a good piece of knowledge there. Wow. Wow. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get this fixed. All this to play a 5-minute video. Interesting. What are your thoughts on Joey Bart, man? I guess he's having a great spring. Don't know what that's going to mean, though, to be honest with you. You know how it is. Spring training, man. You could have the best spring training, but once you get to the big leagues, again, you know, that's one thing. I appreciate that, Benji. Thanks. Appreciate that. But, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they're going to DFA Bart. It's either DFA or trade him. There's no room for him. I don't see – does anyone out there see the Giants having 3 catchers on the roster? On the 26-man? I don't see it. So he's either going to be traded or he's going to be DFA'd, one or the other. No, he's out of options, Tomio. So it's either trade, DFA, or you put him on the roster. I don't see him making a roster. I don't see it. So it's either bye-bye or, well, it's either way. It's bye-bye. Yeah, it sucks. He's having a good spring, too. I mean, take it for what it's worth. Charlie Lewis. There's a lot of people saying this. I think that baseball is a business and people like to take a lot of things personally. Well, you know, when you're messing with someone's livelihood, you know, and it's not, again, like I said, this is not a one-off. Farhan has done some weird moves throughout his time here in his short time as the president of baseball operations for the Giants. And he's not doing a very good job. That's just me. That's my opinion. People could think differently. But why does everyone got to go to it's a business? As if saying it's a business gives you I don't want to say the right, but gives you credibility in being able to do kind of things in bad faith. That's the way I take it. I don't know how anyone else takes it, but that's how I feel. I think it's chicken shit. It was chicken shit the way Farhan treated JD Davis when he could have very easily taken care of this situation either at the trade deadline last year or throughout the entire offseason. He had to have known where the arbitration was going to go. He had to know Yes, Matt Chapman is going to be a free agent. So make those decisions. Why do you got to wait until now? And why couldn't you have waited until JD? Why couldn't you have waited to the end of spring training? Because what's going to happen for, what if Matt Chapman goes down with an injury? Right? If he goes down with an injury, you still got 2 weeks left of spring training. So if he does, guess what? You still got JD Davis to fill that spot. But you had to do it now, again, as Dan said earlier, so you could save more money. And to me, that seems, is it the business? Absolutely. But come on. Remember, other players are watching what you're doing.
Eric, check your emails. See if you got it.
You
got it?
Look at that. We got a movie.
Hey, let's hold on here. We got
to let me open it.
Hold on here. Let me put this.
Let me download it.
All right. We got the man of the hour here.
Hold on. Let me see what we got here.
All right, we're good.
Yeah.
It's downloading.
How do you say your name again? Is it Asif?
Yep, Asif.
Asif.
Oh, it's Asif. I'm sorry.
Asif is the man of the hour. He walked me through it. It was a breeze.
Look at that.
I am now ready for the technological interview for tomorrow.
Wow.
Hey, man. Thanks, Asif. Appreciate it.
All right, no worries.
All right. Take care. All right. There he is, man.
Asif is all over it, man. Get that man a T-shirt.
Yes. Get him a T-shirt. We need to get him a T-shirt. What do you got to do? You have to compress it into something?
I'm going to convert it to an MP4.
Oh, there you go. Convert it to an MP4. That's what we were doing before, and I forgot all about how to do all that.
So it's now
Lydia,
converting.
where's the promising Von Brown?
I
don't know. I don't know what happened to Von Brown.
It's now converting. Yeah, Von Brown kind of just disappeared. I think it was.
Vikings are signing Sam Darnold. Okay. He's going to compete for the starting job? Interesting.
I like that. Asif is the official NorCal Sports Network IT guy. Oh, hold on. Let me send, hey, Glenn, you still out there?
Hey, I have
Oh, he does it for Apple. Oh, man. Okay, here we go.
Wow. You guys, I have something.
He's not messing around. Look at that.
I have something for.
There you go, Glenn.
You guys want to see? Can we show an OnlyFans on the video on here?
The who?
OnlyFans calendar.
What are you talking about?
I got it right there. OnlyFans calendar. Let's see.
And.
Here, we're gonna hit play. You guys ready?
You're gonna get us freaking
OnlyFans. There it is.
Where are we going here? 16%, guys.
OnlyFans.
This is the JD Davis, right?
Look at the fans there.
We're getting there, guys.
Oh, somebody sent me that.
Look at this. Here we go. Something. Here's a guy far on consign. Here we go. George Fatty Hackett, the world's largest baseball player at 450 pounds.
There we go.
I bet you he could crank some freaking balls out of the park, right?
Yeah. Oh, man.
That's a large human being.
Yeah. Dang.
And with that, let's bring in Glenn. Hey, Glenn, what's up, man?
Hey, guys. How are you?
And with that,
Good.
Glenn, not too bad.
Hey, Glenn, what's up, man?
Hey, guys.
You might want to mute your
Oh,
volume.
how do I unmute the? What do I do with my mic here? I'm hearing you guys.
I think you just have to turn down the volume on your stuff. Don't mute your mic.
Oh,
And not your mic, whatever
your speakers.
listening.
Don't mute your mic.
Do you have the?
All right. That might be better. All right. Sorry, guys.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, no, I'm still hearing it.
No,
Am I still hearing it?
Maybe is it? Are you just in StreamYard through this, or are you through the link, or are you listening on some other device too?
Oh, wait, do you have YouTube up? If you have YouTube up, you gotta.
Oh, wait a second.
That's what
okay,
it
let
is.
me minimize that. I'll X right out of it. Maybe that'll work better. Sorry.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, I've done that before too. When I'm listening to something and boom, it's coming in the background.
All right, I think I shut off the YouTube. Everything should be better.
Yeah, we're good. What's up, Glenn?
Right, good. Sorry.
So, what do you feel? You've been a long-time Giants fan. You go to a bunch of games. You live right next to the stadium. What's your take on all this Farhan stuff with the way this was handled with JD Davis?
Oh, damn. Between the posts and my messages, you and I back and forth, you know how I feel about this.
Yeah, but tell everybody else. I know how you feel, but tell the 270 people.
Yeah, appreciate that, guys. Make sure you hit that like.
What was the first thing I texted you yesterday when I found out? I said, hey, Dan, I'm no longer standing by. I'm not going to be any longer one of these guys who stands behind Farhan and makes excuses. This is total BS. Doesn't pass any smell test at all. This is
no.
You know what he's been doing. It's no secret.
I mean, what is this? I mean, we talked about this at the end of the season last year. They're talking about culture change. I've said this a few times, but how does this help the culture in the clubhouse when you do this to baseball players when it's already difficult to try to sign free agents with the Giants in the first place?
Exactly, Eric. Exactly. I don't even know. You know what? What I do for a living, you can't shut me out. My wife says when I die, those chattering teeth?
Yeah.
She says, you're going to be gone and your mouth is still going to be going. But I honestly, I don't know what to say. I got to wave a white flag. Boys, I don't know. Eric says he's ditching before the season even gets here. He doesn't want anything to do with the wrap-up show come opening day.
I don't. You know what? I'll say, Dan, you want to take the Giants? Go for it. You want to talk? I'd rather talk about other baseball teams, to be honest with you. At this point in time, as long as Farhan, look, it's not against the players. It's against Farhan. And you got to take these type of action or these type of measures if you want change, right? Otherwise, it's just going to be the same stuff over and over.
As we head into opening day, I'd say our roster is the same as last year. He's made moves. They've been counterintuitive, but I think our pitching isn't what it was last year.
No, it's not.
Yeah, and I don't know.
What has he done?
Know if Webb has a great
so when you lay it out, what has he done in the offseason? I think it's been a backward step.
Mac, I'm not anti-Giants. I'm anti-Farhan, just so you know. Just want to clear that up. All right. But yes, sure. He's made some moves to improve the lineup. Got it. But guess what? You also got to throw the ball. And right now, you can only name 3 starting pitchers, 2 of which are still question marks.
Yeah, that's why I shake my head when I see some of your comments on the posts tonight. Oh, we've got a great pitching staff. Oh, they're going to come through. Yeah. Boys, they're talking, a lot of the fans on here, your supporters, they're talking about this franchise. Oh, we're getting this pitcher back and this pitcher. Boys, the season is going to be done and over with in about 50 games. It doesn't matter who you bring in to pitch.
You know what? You're saying something there because they're talking about Cobb sometime in May, right? Sometime in May.
Maybe the end of April now. He may pitch.
Come on.
He may pitch this weekend he pitched live batting practice today.
Do you think he's rushing it? Might be.
Who knows?
Might be. But then again, you don't know what he's going to be like when you come off of hip surgery.
Maybe he is rushing it. Hey, boys, maybe he is rushing it. He doesn't know what Farhan will do. Pull a rug under him.
No, good point. Yeah, good point.
If I'm in that organization, whether it's a ticket salesperson or somebody in PR or a player, boy, I'm not trusting that guy.
Yeah, not at all.
Absolutely.
Not at all.
I guarantee you people are looking over their shoulder now wondering, hey,
What
Did
is
you see the post? I made a
Heroku?
post earlier tonight. I posted up on the chat. I said, I'm so disenchanted. The season hasn't even begun, and I should be getting. I love opening day. There's nothing better than opening day.
Yeah.
And I can't say I'm not looking forward to it. I'll be there at the ballpark, but boy, I'm lacking. Like oomph. I just don't have. There's no pizzazz heading into this season. No
you have
excitement.
no excitement, right?
And I've always said, though, you know what? They want to sign these big name players, and everybody does. That's the problem. Everybody wants them. But they're in the entertainment business.
Mm.
And I'm who are you? If you're in New York, you've got Judge, and you're buying. Hey, it's your kid's birthday. I got you 2 tickets to the Yankees game. Oh, Dad, but are they playing the Giants? No, it's okay. They're not playing the Giants. But who is their sales? You know, what am I trying to say? Who are they selling? Who are they selling this year? Like, who is your, hey, come on out to the ballpark and see
Chapman. That's what it is.
Jung-Hoo Lee, maybe.
Jung-Hoo Lee.
To the youngsters.
There's no youngsters that are going to get.
Youngsters in the lineup.
There's no youngsters in the lineup. Luciano's not going to be in it. Schmidt's not going to be in it. Matos is not going to be in it. Ramos has already been sent down.
Yeah.
Meckler won't make the team. It's Jung-Hoo Lee and Chapman.
It's Jung-Hoo Lee. It's Yaz. It's Slaz.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, either one of you, Eric or Dano. I still feel that this organization being run by Farhan. Well, I mean, Farhan doesn't know. He doesn't know which direction this team is going. This is like you know what? It's flea market finds.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
It really is. It's somebody they were talking earlier about running. You know, it's a business. Well, I don't run my businesses to finish second or third or last.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand the premise of, oh, but it's a business. So
is there any other fan base?
Justification.
Is there a fan base in Major League Baseball that has to be as up in arms and frustrated as we are?
Oh,
Boston.
Boston's probably in a similar boat. Yeah.
Boston, another big market team, used to winning, wants to beat out its rival, the Yankees, and they've done nothing. That team's a mess. And similar ownership. They both got 3 World Series championships this century, and they're now got other interests. The Boston has got the ownership group bought I'm not sure which soccer team, one of those, Real Madrid, whatever type European soccer teams. They also own the Pittsburgh Penguins. And what are the Giants ownership group? What's their new toy to play with? It's Mission Rock.
Yeah, real estate, boys.
So it's like, when you're as a businessman, you get excited about something and you put all your efforts into that and things you've already conquered, maybe you're like, I've already done that. I want to conquer something new. Giants have already got their 3 World Series championships. They came unexpected. 3 World Series championships are tough to get in 25 years, let alone get them done in 5 years.
Correct.
It's only been 10 years since the last one. They think they're fine. Now it's like, okay, let's take this $4 billion worth and let's turn it into a $10 billion
Yeah, but the problem, Dan, is this team isn't even in a position to compete.
But they don't care about the team. That's the point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The point is they don't care.
When you've got an owner who comes out, your owner comes out in the offseason and says, I want to break even.
Yeah.
Who the hell does that?
Who does that?
Yeah. They don't. Winning is not important like it is to the Dodgers. And what we're seeing out of Arizona, who spent money, smaller market team like the Diamondbacks, they're putting money into bringing in other guys to supplement their youngsters, and they got a much more exciting team. Giants still don't steal bases. I don't understand. It's a game of speed now. The game's changed to power and some speed. Giants have little of either. Their only power right now is Soler. Maybe Conforto bounces back, hopefully. Chapman remains to be seen. And we'll see from there. How's that video coming along? Is it compressed?
Still going.
Still,
it's kind of big, isn't it?
It's 5 minutes long. I don't know how.
Yeah, still doing its thing. It's converting.
Still converting. Okay.
Yep.
I can't
Well,
remember.
we've got 4 in San Diego, 3 in LA. We come home, we've got 3 against San Diego, and then 3 against Washington.
That's 13 games. I think they're 5 and 8.
And now I'm dropping 3 and 10.
3 and 10.
3 and
you said, what was it last week? I think you said 5 and 8, right?
I was gonna go 4 and 9, but maybe
I was
4
going
and 9.
5, then 4. But when you unravel this all, boys, take a look at this big picture. If we don't get a winner, a quality start on opening day in San Diego, and we cough that one up, well, there is your win. There is a must win on opening day.
Now you got to wait till game
The deeper
6.
you get into our rotation, you're chasing a win.
Now you get into that's true, Glenn. They lose game 1 with Webb. Now you got to wait till game 6, and that's against the Dodgers. And I don't think they beat the Dodgers in LA.
This could be a 3-win start to the season. I'm sad to say. Now I'd love to see them win, but I'm not making excuses anymore. I think this is the first two home series, and of course they start with 2 series in the road. That's 13 games. I say they win 3. And I'm not crapping on the team. It is the way it is.
Hey, let's look at that comment up there.
Hey,
you
Glenn,
should
you
do
should
radio.
do radio.
Welcome back to the NorCal Sports Network. We've got Dan and Eric on the line here tonight. Derek, go ahead. Eric, go ahead.
Hey, that's
on line 2.
I've been called worse.
I might be able to get a job at KNBR. Everybody else who, I don't know. I got more.
Tell them what you do, Glenn.
Huh?
Tell them what you do, Glenn.
I work in radio.
Well, there you go. There you go.
And what else? Not only do you work in radio,
huh?
Not only do you work in radio.
Yeah, I work in radio. I do morning show. I do overnights. I used to do play-by-play in the Montreal Canadiens and Edmonton Oilers organizations.
That's awesome.
Give us. Were you there when Gretzky was there?
No, but my roommate was Marc-Andre Fleury, if you know that name at all.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Give us a hockey goal that you just.
I won't do it. I'd have to. You got to be in the moment.
You got to be in the moment, right?
Face off to the left side of the goal. 2:19 to go in the third period. In this close one, we're into game number 1 of the playoffs. It's coming right down to the wire. Andre Martineau in on the draw. He'll win it back to the point. Sent in toward the goal. Shoveled in toward the net. And a stop is made by Fleury. Big stop, and he holds it.
I love it.
How's that?
Love it.
We're faking it. We're faking it.
That is awesome.
We should put a video on, a hockey video without sound. And then you call, but you don't know, you have to know all the players. Yeah. Have to pull up an old one from the day when you were doing it. But
you'll have to find an old, there must be something up there on YouTube, an old video of mine.
Hey, did you ever hear my call? Did you ever hear my call for home run?
No.
In San Diego?
Oh, do you want me to play it?
Yeah, play it. But nothing like, it's not going to be it's going to sound horrible now that we've heard Glenn. I mean,
I know. Doesn't compare.
We'll have Glenn do it. Glenn's a professional. I'm just a.
All right,
I wish we could use the word. I wish we could use the word professional more often, huh?
Yeah.
My new slogan. You tell Larry my new slogan for this team is Giants 2024, amateur hour.
Yeah.
It really is. Oh, Dan, you've been a Giant fan a long time. I have. We were talking 80s guys like Cromartie, Valentine, and those guys just a couple of weeks ago. But
yeah,
I've been a Giant fan a long time. And even when going into the season, the club is not going to meet your personal expectations. We got what we got. Nice lineup. You got somebody to root for, somebody to buy tickets, have a beer and a hot dog, and enjoy your night out. I can't remember heading into a season where I'm so downhearted.
Yeah.
What about you?
It's pretty depressing.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dan.
I have no excitement whatsoever.
What about you, Eric?
Yeah, that's the issue is, there's one thing that I was expecting this offseason. It's like, okay, this has got to be the offseason where they're going to have to do something. They have to. You got the Dodgers coming in, they're doing their thing. You got the Diamondbacks who have surpassed you in your own division.
We have a Mickey Mouse night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I really
appropriately enough, on the night we play the Dodgers. Who comes up with this?
I didn't think they were going to get Ohtani at all. But I was like, okay, maybe we can get Yamamoto, and who knows? Maybe they could swing a trade, because that was the thing. That was the talk. Was, hey, there's going to be a lot of trades happening, and nothing seemed to ever.
If you get traded to the Giants now, you're kind of like, oh crap!
Oh yeah, you just got.
I got to go to play. I got to play for that guy. Who knows what he's going to do to me?
Yep.
Yeah, you guys were talking trades earlier, and some of the people, trade this guy. I don't see him lining up at the trough to deal with this club for the players that they do have available. That in itself tells you what kind of roster we're dealing with.
Forgot about Soler. Soler's a guy to get excited about. But again, we'll see how it goes because he's not always available. He's been injured a lot in his career.
And did you see that he may be playing in the outfield?
At times, they stuck him in right field the other day.
Isn't that
so you're telling me, Eric, it's going to be like last year? If any club could make money off selling a scorecard, it's this team. You don't know who's playing in what position on any given night, do you?
Nope.
Not
this year. You should. You should see. You'll see Chapman in the everyday lineup. Most likely, Ahmed, and you'll probably see Lee and Estrada and Bailey for the most part, except for when he's going to play 2 out of every 3 games. We'll see. I'm anxious to see what Farhan does with Joey Bart because he's got to trade him or just release him.
Yeah.
Now, Dan, if you had your opportunity, I thought that the guy who would be out would be Lamont Wade, and I thought Davis and Flores were better fits, righty lefty at first base. What kind of numbers? You'll have to, after I depart, check his numbers. What is Lamont Wade all he's cracked up to be, or there seems to be a lot of hype around this guy?
He did okay last year. He didn't have too bad of a year, actually. I think between the two guys, they hit about 40 homers. I think Wade hit 17 and Flores hit 23. But yeah, I don't know. It's beyond me. What's wrong with depth? What's wrong with having a really good bench? JD Davis on your bench is better for the team than most teams, even better than what the Dodgers can pull off the bench. It's, so he's not starting.
Farhan spent $19 million on a fat jock as a platoon player last year. Why can't you have JD Davis, who's making 7, sit on the bench?
Yeah.
You couldn't make this up. It seems like the moves he should make, he doesn't. And they're out there. You can see them. They're there on print for everybody to see. He's signing these big contracts to the wrong guys.
Right? Exactly.
Mismanagement.
Before you get out of here, I saw this yesterday. You'll like this, Glenn. Whew. Check this kid out.
What do we got?
Here we go. Let me take off. I got to take
off.
Oh,
it's the Hartford Wolf Pack here.
Check this out.
Oh, I remember the Hartford Wolf
Look at this guy. Whoop! Behind his back.
Oh, right through the 5-hole.
Look at unbelievable. I don't know how he gets that behind his back.
Shifty.
Fantastic.
Hey, play the Eric. Play the whatchamacallit, the San Diego.
Your call.
Yeah.
I got to hear that. My night won't be complete without this.
I need to get critiqued here because
here we go. Critique that. Here we go. This was last year, right, in San Diego?
Yeah, I was at the game. This is video.
Yes.
I'm just doing a little fun for the show.
Now, was this just before or after? No. Never mind. That was winter meetings. Never mind. This is was this after the trade deadline or before? Just before, I think, right?
Wait, this was not last year.
Oh, no, this was 2022, right?
22, yeah, because Rodon was pitching. Yeah,
that's right.
It was before.
Here we go.
Dan Cochimilio here, reporting live for the Krug Show at Petco Park in San Diego. The Giants and Padres are all knotted up at 1 in the top of the 8th. Jock Peterson on first and Wilmer Flores the batter. The 0-2 pitch. Flores takes low 1-2. Giants have been in a funk for weeks now. They've got to do something. Got to rally. Does Gabe try and get something going by sending Peterson? to stay out of a double play, just to wake this club up. Got to do something. Flores the bet. Oh, almost throws it away. Something going on over there on the first base side of the field. There's something going on in the stands. I don't know exactly what that is. Okay, Garcia gets set. He looks in. The 1-2 pitch to Flores. There's a drive, deep left field. That thing's got a chance. Is it the wall? Gone! A 2-run homer. Wilmer Flores, and the Giants lead it 3-1.
I thought we were reliving the 14 playoff. I thought that was Michael Morse going deep with that call.
Yeah, my
Good job, Dano. Good job.
Oh man,
Nice ballpark. Nice ballpark there, huh?
Yeah, I love that ballpark. Yes.
Yeah, I'll be there for games 2, 3, and 4. I told you I'm going to Springsteen opening night.
Oh,
Nice,
Springsteen. Yep.
Yeah, and if the A's have an afternoon game, I'll do the A's, then Springsteen, then I'm flying out like 5 the next morning to go to San Diego for the 3, then in LA. So I'm going to be there every night. I'll be reporting live from Petco Park.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's going to be awesome.
Can't match that play-by-play though.
Hey, we
No
might
way.
have to get a little. We might have to do a little in-game, play-by-play with you. Get you on. Put you right
Live
on.
from the ballpark. KNBR
Yeah.
will be all over us, man.
Yeah. I know, right?
I think
you know what? Is it something about growing old, Dan, or just the Giant situation? I don't trust anyone anymore.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
The media won't tell it like it is. Boy, you listen to the radio, and it sounds like this team's raring to go.
Oh,
Right
I
out of the
know.
gate.
I was
Oh,
listening
yeah.
to KNBR.
Yeah,
That
the
warm-up
biggest-
show. That warm-up
Just
show is horrible.
Hey
It's
guys, I'm going to be
horrible.
right back. I've got to
right.
do something. I'll be back. You
All right.
guys carry on.
Cool. But yeah, do you listen to that warm-up show on KNBR on the weekend?
When I'm in San
Oh.
Francisco, I when I'm home down there, I listen it's pretty much on 24 hours a day in the house.
Mm.
I catch their rebroadcast or clips like this on YouTube.
Gotcha.
And I'm kind of, you know what, if we want to go that angle, I'm still disappointed they made the Murph and Mac show is one of the greatest morning teams in the country.
Yeah.
And again, what is it about San Francisco, man? They gotta just shoot themselves in the foot over and over and over.
Yeah. Yeah. Warm with Walter. Ooh. Ooh. It's pretty bad. I don't like it. Mike wants to know, where can he listen to you?
Oh, we'll have all the details. I got to talk to Dan about that maybe tomorrow. We got all the details coming soon to a
there we go.
NorCal Sports Network near you.
There you go.
The check
There you
hasn't
heard it
bounced
here, Mike.
yet, so we're okay.
You heard it here first, Mike. Details to come.
Yeah.
There we go.
What do you think, Dan? What do you think? We've talked about Davis today. Talked about pitching. Talked about Farhan. Boy, it's one big mess, in my opinion.
It is. I'm not liking it.
I was so
really not.
disappointed. I was right on the phone to Dan yesterday. I was like, no more.
I wanted
more.
to go live
I'm
so
not-
bad last night, and I was like,
Not
gotta
representing
wait a little bit.
Farhan. He's done. And if you remember back last summer, you've mentioned it, my little posts on the side here several times last week. I always bring up, I saw this fiasco begin last spring, because from slightly up behind our condo, you can see the center field scoreboard. And for 3, 4, 5 days, they had a player's picture up there with the uni, raring to go. And his agent was ready to sign the deal, and that was Senga.
Senga.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't give out 5-year contracts.
What? It was $75 million.
I hear the birdies. Cheap, cheap, cheap.
Yeah, exact. Come on, Senga. 75. Seiya Suzuki was another one that came to the ballpark. Could have signed him cheap.
I'm tired of
money twice.
I can't make any more excuses.
You
for this.
can't. You can't make any more excuses. And that's what's so frustrating is that we're watching it in real time. And look, I've said this a bunch of times. Like, this isn't just a one-time deal of what's going on with JD. This is just constant issues with Farhan ever since he's been president of baseball. And it all started, where was it? The day before the 2019 season. Here comes Connor Joe and Michael Reed out of nowhere. We should have known then.
You know, I was thinking about Connor Joe earlier. You're talking about players that have come in or have been drafted in the organization, never panned out. You realize all these players, whether you like them or not, or they didn't fit in here, all of the players that Farhan dishes off are starters wherever they go.
Yeah, Dubon.
Connor Joe played, you'll have to check the stats, 130, 140 games in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he had some decent seasons in Colorado as well.
Yeah, all these guys seem to DeBon playing in Houston, and they appreciate him.
See, look, yes, they spent $200 million,
but the wrong way.
Thank you.
Mismanagement of the bank.
Look, Mike, would you have liked to sign Mike or Kodai Senga for 5 years, $75 million? Is that a good deal? Right?
Eric, if I had asked you last week on the show or texted in and said, hey, Eric, let's go. We're getting JD for around 6. Let's go spend the triple that, 18, and let's go out and get another third baseman for 3 times the money. And JD's stats are a fraction better statistically in every category.
Right. I know.
I'd say
I don't understand.
I'd say it's nuts.
Yeah, Senga was in the Mets.
I still say that was a step backwards in the front office.
And it's just, and you kind of hit the nail on the head, because there's times where, for example, when he signed Gosman, that was a good signing, but he didn't even offer him a contract.
No re-upping.
And he's been a damn good pitcher ever since, right? Kodai Senga, you missed out on. The Rodon signing was a great signing for that first year, but you didn't trade him when you damn well know Farhan was not going to give him a type of deal that he was going to look for. So why don't you offload him and you get something in return other than a damn comp pick? Same thing with Jock. You could have traded Jock in the trade deadline of 2022 and still would have got something back. It's just wait, everyone talks about the great trade. Remember when they traded for JD Davis? Oh my God.
Oh.
I keep hearing this.
You know, it's funny if you look.
Farhan did a great job. Right?
It was a good deal. Over in New York, they're calling that the worst trade in Mets history.
Exactly. So everyone was on the Farhan bandwagon when they made the trade for JD Davis when they got rid of Ruff. But now all of a sudden, whatever.
I know. We chase our tails, don't we? Every day.
I know.
It's a frustrating time to be a Giants fan.
Oh, it is.
3-10.
Yeah, 3-10.
3-10.
It's just, and the problem is, and I've said this before, where is the longevity that Farhan has built in this organization? You would think you're going into your 6th year, you have a foundation built where you just add a little bit of pieces here and there. He's adding pieces here and there, but there's no foundation.
I've said that over and over to you, Eric, and to you, Dan, that this is a team that it's almost fly by night. Going into next year, he's got to start. This will start all over again in the offseason. Come December, November, December. This is a cycle that goes year after year. So heading in next year, do you see a plan in place? I don't.
You guys are just too negative. This team is going all the way.
3-10, baby.
You guys just got to get it together. Farhan is executive of the year, in my opinion.
I'll be right back, Dan.
If we go 3-10 to start the year, he's got to pull this clip. You got to give me credit for this call.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
Oh man.
Yeah, we were just talking about a little bit of everything about what's, this whole mess. And it's not just one thing. If it was one thing that could be corrected, Dan, one thing you can make a move, or this team has no direction right now. And you saw this platooning last year and bullpen. I said it last year over and over and over. It became you don't win with gimmicks.
Right.
Platooning and left. And you came on the show last week when I was on lengthy there with Eric. It was a Warriors night for you.
I see you, Mark.
And when you jumped in, what was I going to say? Last week you jumped in and you were talking about. It'll come to me. You throw me off my game.
Uh-oh.
But anyway, I'll stick around. Eric gets back here. I'll
see we're
I'll duck off.
Yeah, we've got a little interview we're trying to download. I never actually played it.
Is it with JD?
It is JD Davis.
Yeah, I love that guy. And you know what?
I don't even remember.
Maybe that's why it's so frustrating for me. And it's personal. I liked him as a guy about town.
Yeah,
and I just liked his attitude on the field. He was like, isn't he really a lunchbox, a blue collar guy?
Yeah,
really, and you need more of those on our bench.
Yeah. How we doing, Eric, with the JD Davis?
Let me take a. It's still. I don't know what's going on. It's still saying waiting in queue. I don't know what's going on. I'll figure it out.
I'm trying to.
You know what? I'm gonna try to redo this here. Hold on one second. I'm gonna redo it.
Yeah, sometimes when you just have to redo it doesn't work. Go through the right time or something. I can't remember that MP4 player I used to use.
No, this one's good. This is through Adobe. It's just being
through Adobe. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Does it compress it and everything?
I get it does. It converts to MP4. That's all I know.
Yeah. All right.
So
it's working.
If the Giants do start, they won't do. I don't think there's a way they do 500. If they start 4 or 5 wins, I say 3, 4, 5. At what point or do you think that Farhan's their guy and that's just it? He's saving us money, making us money.
Yep.
Nickel and diamond. Do you think breaking even, as the ownership said, that's a win?
To them, that's a win. To them, that's winning. Not on the ball field. Absolutely correct. And then get out of the job. Then don't be a donor. If you're not going to be in it, look. Do I understand? There's ebbs and flows. I get it. But at least I want owners that want to go out there and put out the best product that they can because they want to win, right? Because you know what winning does? It makes them more money. You might have to spend some, but you're going to make it back. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I guess from what it seems like they got their 3 World Series, right? And now they said, you know what? We gave them their World Series. Now we want to go make ours. And they don't care. They don't care about it. Hey, we gave them their World Series.
Hey,
now
look,
time to make money.
Think about it, Eric and Glenn. They got rid of 2 of the top people in the game in Brian Sabean and Bruce Bochy. That they decided, Larry Baer specifically decided that he wanted to move on and that he wanted to bring in Farhan, a guy that he could probably control more because Sabean wouldn't take the crap. And I think it has something to do with some, I think it's like a personal issue that Larry Baer had with those guys. Because Larry Baer Larry Baer is single-handedly the guy that has helped destroy the Giants franchise.
And
Good
Sabean and Bochy may have needed a break. I get it. Sometimes people need a break and to kind of recharge the batteries. But to totally ostracize them from the organization, that's the issue that I have.
That wasn't just a break. That was same treatment on Crawford, right?
Yep.
Yes, very good point.
Same treatment. Thanks for Pence. Thanks for coming. We're going to show you the door. Big day, send off, your grand tour where the fans come on out. We'll say goodbye. They're telling them you're gone.
Yep.
There's the door. Don't let it hit you. Thanks for coming out. That's the way I'm going to feel this year when I go to the ballpark. I think you guys are so right. I'd come back from the ball game and I told you guys would just be coming on, and I'd be home from a block down at the ball field. It was great. And it was funny. It became a nightly routine for you guys. I loved it. You'd say everybody's there with their selfies and their friends and couldn't get. It is so true. I'm nudging my friend at the game. I'm like, look, they're so right. Can you take our picture? Can you hold our phone? It never stops.
It never stops. That's the problem. That's the problem with this.
People will line up, and you know what the biggest disgrace for me as a ball fan is? In the past, say, decade, have looked at franchises like Tampa and Florida Marlins, and to me, they've been maybe not in the stats, but they've been your cellar-dwelling,
correct,
below-average organizations. And I'm like, my God, they're better than us. In the front office, the moves they're making. Florida Marlins, well, look at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, they don't draw what we draw. They don't make the money we make.
But they win.
They may not win in the
in the playoffs. Yeah.
They're perennial winners in the standings each year.
Yes. Correct.
Right.
I think, and that's up in the managerial. Like they're running a better organization.
Look at Cincinnati. They're going to probably leapfrog over the Giants. Pittsburgh is right behind them. Well, they got some great young players as well.
Well, guys, do you see what you're talking about? All these teams that were down low, Pittsburgh and Florida, even Tampa. These teams, you got to hit rock bottom or be ready to say, all right, like the Vegas Knights, they said, we're going to win the cup in our 5th year. And they did. They built it to win. The Giants, it's like a revolving door. These below average, you mentioned Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
Started fresh, built it up. Here they come.
Yep.
And we're just like, oh, here we come. Here we come.
No, but here's the deal. Look, how long did it take them to get there? Only a couple of years, right? Maybe 3 months. I
remember about 8-9 years ago being over in Oakland watching an afternoon matinee game. Geez, me and about 2,800 friends of mine there. There was nobody there that afternoon. And watching that game, Astros had nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And within a couple of years.
Boom, they had something. So how can other organizations, whether it's the Orioles, don't get me wrong, yeah, they've also had top draft, but you still got to hit on them, right? How does Farhan go 6 years and still don't have, again, that foundation from drafting and developing? Something's wrong somewhere.
Whether it's an off-season move or a trade or free agent, you think after that time period, Eric, you think that you would just have that one big egg in your nest and say,
right,
I did this.
Right.
They really haven't. They haven't done any. There's nothing big, nothing huge. And when they did get anything remotely close, like you mentioned, Gosman and Rodon, anything that was good ends up out of town. Next train out. I don't get it, man. I can tell you one thing. We don't run Northern Lights Entertainment like that.
There we go. Yes.
There you go. I like it.
Yeah.
107 wins.
My employees, if you come to work with a lackluster attitude, no work ethic, you're gone.
There you go.
And you look at the Giants organization right now, that front office, it's not the situation. They're more in that. It's more alike than you think. Like, I don't think they're getting the job done. Frustrates the hell out of me, I'll tell you.
Absolutely.
It's
Senior says.
Now, wouldn't we all be surprised though if they start the season with a 10-3 record?
Wow, that would be shocking. That would be shocking.
I'm trying to be a ray of sunshine on this thing before I depart, but man, I don't know.
How are we doing on the JD Davis download interview?
Take a gander.
All right, Dan, the Giants pitchers are going to be very good, if not elite. What's your response?
What are you smoking?
Yeah,
what are you smoking?
There's potential. Let's just say the potential is there. Absolutely. But again, you got to wait to see what they do in the major leagues.
It takes a while.
We've seen this before where these guys are going to be fantastic.
These guys haven't even
and they burn
They
out.
haven't even pitched very much in AAA. A lot of these
Best
guys.
case scenario when you get young pitchers up, if you hit a good one right off the bat or a diamond in the rough, that's one thing. You're not filling out a rotation with all kinds of an elite find and another elite find and oh boy, just not going to happen.
Right.
Too many growing pains, especially in that pitching category.
Exactly. Let's see what wonder what Bruce Jenkins had to say, if he had anything to say on this JD Davis thing. No, don't see anything from him today.
Oh, absolutely. I get what you're saying, Senior. I'm not
I'll let you guys go. I'm going to let you guys go get back to the show. I've taken up enough time, and
no worries, Glenn.
Another visit, maybe close to the season or live from San Diego.
Yes.
Drop by. I want you to do a show some night. Your little I don't know what you call that. Your visual teeing it up. It should be, what are the top 3 things that need to change in this organization, preferably before opening day?
Okay.
That's good. Yeah.
What
Well,
has to change?
I know number one.
Well, we know that, but
Get rid of clown man. But that ain't going to happen.
better free agent signing. Should they be making trades?
We've
the
come
minor
up with
leagues,
some
the decision making on who plays on a daily basis. I still don't like the platooning. Oh, that's what it was.
No.
You came on the show last week. You jumped in, Dan, and you talked about Wilmer Flores, the second hottest hitter in baseball. And when I went to the ballpark, I think it was against Washington, he wasn't in the lineup, and I don't get it.
Yeah,
Nope.
he's hit. Yeah, that's
He was the number two behind Ohtani for that particular, like a 3-week period. This wasn't a couple of games. A couple of nice games. He went a solid 3 weeks, and he was the number 2 hitter in baseball. I get back to the ballpark, and I'm like, he's not in the lineup.
Yeah, that's Farhan. He was hit 4 home runs in Cincinnati, and then they went on a trip to, I think it was to Washington after they.
Yes, it was after Cincinnati.
And they played the first 2 games, right-handed pitcher. They benched him after he hit 4 home runs.
Speaking of home runs, tell me about that. You touched on it earlier. I know it's spring training, but what's up with Webb?
Yeah, he's got an ERA of over 10. It is spring training. I don't really worry about it, but I do think that pitchers or hitters, if he doesn't have command of that sinker and he's not throwing it for strikes, he doesn't have he can be hit. He's got that changeup. He's got that nasty changeup and the splitter, but we'll see. I mean, he should be okay.
There. You want to get down and dirty? Answer this, both of you.
All right.
Is Logan Webb a number 1 starter on any other team?
A few.
I think on a few teams.
Ooh,
On a few
Pittsburgh.
teams.
I could look at the list right here.
Yeah, go for it, Dan. You got the list.
Let me pull up the.
If the Giants signed any big name pitcher at this point, or moving forward, I think he's. If you sign a Snell, well, I'd take Snell as your number 1 man. Even Montgomery. Did you see? Look up the stats when I go. Look up the stats for the first 5 games of the season Webb had last year.
Yeah, I'll have, let me get to this and then I'll do that.
Atrocious. Have you got the video ready to go?
Well,
I'm still waiting for it. It's still doing the stupid thing. I don't know what's going on.
Who
with
is your IT guy? Oh my goodness. Is that you, Eric?
Hey, yeah, it's freaking Adobe. It's taking forever.
All right. Would he be the number 1? Webb would be not number 1 with LA. Yamamoto would be. I think he's number 1 with the Royals, number 1 with the Rockies, number 1 with the Angels, number 1 with the Reds. Probably Texas even right now, because who's their number 1? Cubs, A's. Yeah. Who's the Padres number 1? Musgrove or Darvish?
Yeah, Musgrove, probably.
I think Webb's there.
Oh, do you? I don't think he's there. Not with San Diego's pitching.
They lost a lot of pitching.
Debatable.
I mean, I think he's number 1 with the Brewers. Diamondbacks is questionable because Zach Gallen might be a little better. Cleveland. Seattle's got a couple of good guys.
Oh yeah,
White Sox
Kirby
is
and
Dylan Cease. I think Webb's better. Not the Orioles. You got Burns.
I think Cease is closer to Snell numbers.
Yeah. Red Sox.
I'm surprised by that one, Dan.
Tigers, not the Braves. Mets. Who's their number one now? I think he's probably number one with a lot of teams. Actually, the majority. Yeah, when you start looking at the number ones out there. But that just kind of shows you, I think, that pitching is not, there's not a lot of great pitching out there. And this is why you got to capitalize and get the best pitching, because if you have the best pitching, you have a shot of winning it all. You have Snell, Webb, and say Cobb for a while, and then Ray comes back and he's Robbie Ray, what he used to be in Toronto. Now you've got 4 good pitchers, and you're not even talking about Harrison yet. So to me, the whole plan, if I was running, and not just me, I think just about anybody in this chat would say the same thing. If you had dominant pitching, it can take you. I mean, look, the Giants won 3 World Series championships with pitching and defense. They did not have an electrifying offense. They had Buster Posey, who could hit. They had Scudero for a while, for one of those years that could hit. They had some Pence years. But they had basically guys that came through and, had Panda. But Panda wasn't a 300 hitter. They didn't have a lot of bop and pop. And, they just didn't. But they won with pitching and sound defense and a bullpen. That's the recipe. Unless you're going to go out and get a ton of power, which the Giants only have Soler, basically. They just need another pitcher. I mean, I like Chapman for a year, okay? I've said it. I like Chapman for a year. He's better than Davis right now, but I don't like Chapman long term. I hope he has a good year and he moves on.
You better hope he doesn't suck, because if he does, we're stuck with him.
We're going to have to change the Giants motto to Giants baseball. Embrace the suck.
Yep.
I am okay with, like I said, with Chapman for a year, but I don't think that was the necessary move. I think you could have got by with JD and Schmidt. Signed Snell.
Yes.
And maybe Montgomery.
Maybe both.
Yes, I think you could have done both. If you would have traded the Slaz department, that's $12 million. If you got rid of Slaz, that's 8 and 4. That's we call Slater and Yaz. We lump them together and call them Slaz. So there's $12 million. And then you got rid of 12 million.
You wouldn't have signed Chapman.
Now you could have still signed. You could have I think you could have figured a way to get both Snell and Montgomery. But you know what? They want to go with their young pitching. We'll see. I think it's a couple years away. I really do.
Earlier in the show, you mentioned speed, Dan. How do we look? You've been to a few training games already. We must have one of the slowest teams.
Very slow. Yeah, very slow.
And don't you think with the new rules in Major League Baseball, a couple of throwovers, you're basically saying, all right, run.
Right.
If you this is going back to 80s baseball. I think the teams should be looking at the boppers in the middle of the lineup and the speedsters at the top of the lineup.
Absolutely. Los has said that. I've said that. Eric, we've said it. You got to get speed at the top, and
1 or 2 guys, or even you remember back. I told you the Expos were marvelous when they built their team all throughout the entire decade of the 80s, from 79 up, when you had Rodney Scott, fastest man in baseball.
Yeah.
Well, then we shuffle off. Now we got Tim Raines. And they kept adding guys with speed at the top of the lineup. And even other teams, like look at all the speedsters, those classic 80s. leadoff guys.
Oh,
Ricky.
Vince Coleman
And
for the
Vince.
Cardinals. Willie McGee was in
I think
there.
that's the
Willie
first thing
McGee.
I'd be doing too. You gotta hope. How Jung Hoo Lee looked like he was running the bases good. Maybe he's. I think all our eggs are in his basket this year, guys.
I don't think he has a ton of base stealing type speed. He doesn't look like he gets. I don't know. We'll
He's
see.
fast, but not base stealing fast. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he kind of looks to me.
Yeah,
like
because his number he only had. Oh, I'm guessing it wasn't a half a dozen or something.
Yes.
In
D-backs
Yeah.
are fast. D-backs are very fast.
you got to put pressure on the defense. You
Yep.
got to put pressure, and if you can't get him in with the long ball, I'll tell you a guy that can hit. That was Wade Meckler. I got some video today.
didn't he have he had a great day, 2 for 3.
Yeah,
Drove in a couple. I don't know exactly.
Joey
but,
Bart had 3 hits. One of them was a misplayed or a ball lost in the sun or just misplayed. So that should have been an out, but he had a couple of nice hits. Matos roped a double to the left center field wall. Casey Schmidt hit one out straightaway center. VR hit one out. I actually like seeing the guys today because Luciano got his at bats. He's still not hitting though. He is not hitting. He's not even hitting the ball like in play. He's topping it. It's like ground balls. Well,
it looks like a mismatch, doesn't it?
Yeah, he doesn't look ready. He's not making the team. I can just about guarantee you that he's not making the team.
Oh, you can sense and you can feel the chatter within the organization about Ahmed. They seem to be talking him up a lot. They did on the broadcast the other. I listened to the broadcast on radio.
Oh, that's right. Marco did have a good sacrifice fly today. You know what? You reminded me of that. You know what? I put that on. Did I put that on Twitter?
Here's a question while you're doing that, Dan. I'm going to pose this to both of you, and then I got to get out of here.
All right.
How come? And is this again going back to the cheap organization we seem to be dealing with? Why can the Giants? I can tune on and find the Giants, let's say the White Sox, and I can watch that game, and it's on the White Sox broadcasting network. And then the next day, say they're playing Cincinnati, I can find the Reds broadcast. Why the Giants? What do they broadcast? Like 4 preseason games? I think there's only been one on TV.
There's only been one. There's only been one.
Why are they the only organization you just cannot find their games online? Not online, but they're not being broadcast, not televised, unless you're lucky enough to flip over to the other broadcast and catch the. So if they were playing today against the Reds, you could watch it on Reds TV. The Giants they're not showing any.
We got volume here, Eric.
I don't hear it.
I can't hear it either. Where's my volume?
Who's the cameraman? Goodness.
Me. My phone. Here we go. Wait.
Okay, this is pissing me off now. Here, I'm going to redo this.
There's the volume. Wait. All right. Bad videoing.
Ooh, listen to that pop.
Oh, you can hear it. Okay. Yeah, that was a sack fly. What else do we have video-wise? Let me stop that one. Pull up another one. Who is this? Oh, Wade Meckler. Yeah, it was funny because I was trying to video things, and then I got things, and then they would.
We understand. You're a man about town.
Here's Meckler's hit. I was trying to follow the ball with my camera and watch it.
Don't try to do that. It ain't gonna.
Meckler to the
There
wall.
you go. Good shot.
Let's see if we got any other.
Dan, what's Meckler's speed like?
Not bad on the base pass. Looks to me as an outfielder, he looks clumsy out there. He doesn't look graceful in the outfield.
Is it just me? Have you seen when he's in his uniform at least last year at Oracle? He looked like a bag of bones.
Yeah, he looks like he put on weight this year.
Or does he?
Oh, take a look. Let me pull this back up.
Well,
because
last year the guy looked scrawny.
His actual lower body is kind of big now. Let me pull this up here. Can you guys see my screen there?
Yep.
Okay, here it is. Can you see this one? Is it playing?
It's not zoomed in very enough.
Okay, there we go. Legs right there. A little bigger. You see that on Meckler?
Yeah, it's too hard to tell.
See him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. His thighs. Yeah.
Thighs look
much bigger. Much bigger. He looked like a pencil last year.
Yeah.
You see his there he is. Let me just show it real quick here.
Yeah, this is a better angle right here. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he's much bigger. A lot of the Giants players are much bigger this year. It looked like there was an emphasis on building strength and muscle because Matos is just chiseled. He looks really good. Ramos, he always looked good. Fitzgerald looks bigger, stronger. Who else? He misplayed a ball out in center field today, Meckler, that he should have caught. And then the next one, Meckler, looked like he lost it in the sun. But I just don't think he looks very graceful. Like when he goes for a fly ball, it looks like he's charging it like a bull instead of just gliding over like Matos.
Like rambunctious.
Yeah, rambunctious. That's the word. Yeah, he's just like, "Arr!" And I'm like, dude, relax. But he looks like he's
not graceful. When I saw him last year, his steps were kind of chunky too. He doesn't glide in center field.
Exactly.
Usually, you have a guy who just glide.
Yeah, that's like Matos glides more, and looks like Jung-Hoo Lee should be a pretty good center fielder too. Hopefully, but. We'll see. We'll see where this thing goes.
Some potential. Hopefully,
how did our interview? Did it ever download, Eric, or upload, or whatever?
I redid. I re-downloaded it. Everything. I don't know what the hell's going on.
All right, we'll have to save it for another night.
I think we've come up with another slogan for Giants Baseball 24. Dan's come up with the beauty.
Yeah, there you go. Embrace the suck.
Better than they were before. Better, stronger, faster.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Better than nothing now.
We're signing Lee Majors next week.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right.
Time to get out of here.
All right. Take it easy, Glenn.
Thank you.
Okay, good to chat with you guys, eh?
You too.
Hey, same.
Hey.
Same.
All right.
See you guys.
All right. There we go.
Right.
Glenn, I think he's up in Canada still.
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe. And then coming down in a couple weeks to San Diego to see Springsteen and take in 2 or 3 Giants games in San Diego.
Yep.
And then he'll head home, and he'll probably be at the home opener.
Yep.
Which I don't even think it's a sellout yet, even close.
It may not be.
You know what?
Let me take a look at this damn thing.
Let's just look at this.
Will Martinez, he wanted me to pull up Barry Bloom's Twitter. Take a gander at this. Barry Bloom says, he's responding to Marty. Marty says, somehow the J.D. Davis move doesn't sit well with me. He goes to arbitration over $390K, wins the hearing. Giants can now release him, and because he won the hearing, they're only on the hook for a small portion of his salary. Trade him and eat some of the contract so his value is secure, or money is secure. Barry Bloom responds, it's what they do. Creates a complete atmosphere of instability. Then he responds to Larry Goldsband. Larry says, what choice did they have? They made ghetto choice last week to sign Chapman, made Davis expendable, and waiving him guarantees his salary. Barry says it's what they do. It creates an atmosphere of instability in the clubhouse. Players are always looking over their shoulders.
Yep.
That's Barry Bloom, by the way.
Who's Barry Bloom? I don't know who Barry Bloom is.
He's a sports writer.
For
Sportico, Forbes, MLB, Bloomberg.
Okay.
Yep. Marty has him on the show all the time. Barry Bloom.
Okay. Very good. All right. I'm going to pull up
Can we get Ben Kaspick on the show? No. No. Here's a question. Hey, Los, I see you out there. Would you rather have a strikeout pitcher or a guy who has extreme command? Who would you rather have? Who would you rather have? A strikeout pitcher or someone who commanded? Because a lot of times strikeout pitchers, to an extent, sometimes they're a little bit, I wouldn't say don't have command because they do. Mike says strong command. Command lasts longer. Okay. What do you think, Los? Strikeout pitcher, command guy.
What do you think, guys? When is the home opener for the Giants? Is it April 8th?
Extreme command doesn't always equal strikeouts, Kyle. Not always. Command. All right, cool. Here, let me put this. Hey, Dan, I'm going to put this up real quick.
Oh,
Check
here's
these
the
guys out.
Here's the home opener.
Hold on real quick. Oh, you want to go back? You want me to go back?
Oh, I thought
I was just going to do this real quick.
Okay, go
there
ahead.
You go. There you go.
All right, let me I'm just going to check these tickets and see what is available.
All right, Glenn. Here, we'll get to it here in a minute.
Oh, look at all the sections that are available.
What are you looking at?
Home opener.
It's not
Giants
showing.
game.
It's just showing the main.
Oh, I guess I got to go to another screen.
Yep.
Present, share, do. Is that showing it there?
Now it is, yeah.
All right. So this means that every section, I believe, that is highlighted is available.
It looks like every section.
Except 214, 215, 16, 17 looks sold
and
out.
334, huh? Or 324?
What the heck's that?
I don't know. 315?
Oh, here's all the seats over here on the right. View reserve. Oh, there's plenty of seats. Look at this. Lower box. Did that say lower box 1? Let's see if we get anything in like 113, 112. Yeah, lower box 112. So you can get seats right up still. All these seats are available. I wish I can. I mean, that's crazy. I wonder how many. If you put in, 20 seats, you can't get anything together. Oh, but look, you can get 14 seats. See that? All up in the third deck. See that?
Yeah.
So you could get 14 seats there.
Pretty
15.
much a whole row, right?
Yeah, you can get a whole row up there. Let's see if you go under, if you go to, look at that, 9 seats in 128. 8 seats, 103, 104, down the right field and left field lines, seats available. You want to go 7 seats, or still, that opens up more. 6 seats together. Whoa, look at that. Now, I bet if you go to 4, you can still get a bunch. Oh, wow, look at that. 4 seats. You still want to get 4 seats together. My section was 223. That's not available. But 221 and 222, look at that. Those are club level seats. Look at that. Great seats up there. 218, 19, 21, and 22. You could get 4 seats for opening day together. You want to go 2 seats? You basically got almost the entire stadium.
Yeah. Wow.
There you go, guys. That is the home opener for the Giants.
Whew.
What's
All right,
my
here we go.
point? What's my point, Mike? That they're just over 2 weeks away and nobody's buying tickets. Nobody's excited for this team in advance to get tickets this 2.5 weeks before the home opener, or 3 weeks, whatever you want to call it. They probably will get a lot of, we'll see how they do, depending on how they do on the road trip. If they have a good, successful road trip, maybe people buy tickets. Opening day usually sells out, but there's not a lot of interest in this club. So,
Nope. But Los, you are correct. You said you would like to have Greg Maddux. He's in here. Take a guess who the other guy is. You guys probably know.
wait, what are we looking at? Strikeout
Which pitcher?
pitcher versus
command pitcher.
is that Nolan Ryan? Yep.
Yep, it is. And look at the WAR even. Wow. Greg Maddux. Command pitcher. Look at the walk rate. Look at the walks. Nolan Ryan almost walked more than what Greg Maddux struck out. Golly.
How many Maddox strike out?
3,337 or 3,371.
Wow.
Whew, look at that.
Hall of Fame.
Look at the
Each-
gold gloves. The ERAs,
18.
Cy Youngs. Nolan Ryan never won one Cy Young.
Yeah, it's crazy. Wow. All right, guys. I think we've had enough for tonight.
I think so.
We went almost 2 hours and 45 minutes, I think, right? Roughly.
2 hours, yeah, almost 2:45, almost.
In that range. All right, guys.
Oof.
Yeah, we had a lot to talk about with the JD Davis just to get that out. But we'll see where this thing goes tomorrow. We'll see where the Giants. I don't think doesn't sound like they're getting Snell, does it?
They ain't getting Snell.
So they went for the third baseman instead of
Starting pitcher.
for 1 year instead of starting pitching. When it's starting pitching that wins series.
Right? Isn't that I keep hearing from Giants fans, how did we win World Series? Right? Starting pitching?
You had a great bullpen.
Look, can we get one more serious JD Davis rant?
I don't have anything in me. You guys know me. I'll take batting average over homers and command over Ks. Low D, yeah. Well, Niners signed today defensive end. I want to say my mind. I'm so tired. I'm thinking Eric Sleepy Floyd, but that's not the Floyd. They signed their edge rusher, former Rams and Bills edge rusher Floyd. Why am I forgetting his first name? Leonard. Thank you. I'm tired. Leonard Floyd. They signed another pass rusher from the Carolina Panthers, a guy who doesn't have a lot of sacks, but looks like he's pretty good against the run, and he's getting better. So we'll see where they're going to go. Doesn't sound like Joey Bosa will be coming to the Niners with those two signings, but Javon Kinlaw signed a 1-year deal with the New York Jets tonight, or is committed to. The deals can't be signed till Wednesday, but I don't know what the Niners are going to do up the middle. Man, they better get maybe they can get DJ Jones in a trade from the Broncos. Maybe they got something in the works there. They need somebody to stuff the run, and DJ Jones can do that. But we'll see. We'll do a little Niner stuff coming up.
People want Chardal to come on to rant.
Oh yeah, you guys want to see the dunk? Can I play it from Twitter if I played it off my TV with sound? or should I turn the
I
sound
want to do
down?
the sound. We got hit with the sound last time. Just do it without sound.
Okay.
Wait, we got hit without sound on the Giants. Remember with Gabe Kapler? So I don't know.
I gotta show you this slam tonight over the tallest dude with an 8-foot reach.
Maybe keep it below 10 seconds if you can. Maybe that's the secret.
Let me pull it up here. How about if we pull up the NorCal Sports Network right there?
There you go.
Delay. Watch. See how long of a delay it is. See when my hand moves.
My gosh, that's a huge delay.
Where is the delay?
There it goes. It's like about a 10-second delay. Yeah, it's NBA, senior.
Okay, here we go, guys. Is the sound on or off?
I can't hear it.
Okay.
It's hard to see because it glitches.
Are you sure the sound's not on?
Sound's not on.
You guys sure?
Yeah. Now turn it off. I would just give it and then turn it off.
I can't.
You can turn it off.
Okay. Here's the play. Can you see it now?
Yep.
Oh, man. That's off my Twitter. Look at this. Over Wembanyama. Boom. Throws it down.
Wow.
Yep. He was a steal. That's what I said in my tweet there. What a nice player to watch. Warriors have the lob threat back, and the guy knows how to block shots. He times his leaps perfectly. He sets great screens. He rolls to the basket. This guy, I mean, he's basically sent Kevon Looney to the bench. And, Dunleavy had a great draft. I mean, even better than what Bob Myers has done. While Dunleavy, they picked Brandon Pods, and Trace Jackson Davis. I mean, wow. Oh, let me check the St. Mary's score tonight. See how they did in.
Real quick, the poll: 176 votes.
Oh wow.
Who do you support in this JD fiasco? 57% say JD Davis. 28% say neither. 14% support Farhan.
Wow.
There you go.
How many was supported JD? 70?
57%.
Only 57. That came down. 28 said neither, huh?
28 said neither. 14% Farhan.
Interesting. Okay, so it's St. Mary's and Gonzaga again in the Western Athletic Conference Finals. Okay, the West Coast Conference. All right, guys. Well, cool. Yeah, Heroku. Yeah, Loon's beat up playing 82 games the last couple of years. I think his streak was like 180 games or some odd crazy streak of consecutive games played. But there'll be a spot for Loon in the playoffs if they get there, and certain situations he'll play a role. But I think they're much better off now with Green at the 5 and Davis coming in at the 5. So, all right, guys. Shardall, why don't you send a $50 super chat?
No, Los D said, ask for $5 super chats. $50 gets Shardall in.
$50, yeah. Hey, Shardall, you want to host the show, co-host? We'll give you a 1 hour. But you gotta pay for your airtime. Oh man! All right, guys. I'm tired. It's 11:30, and I'm glad it's only 11:30 and not 12:30.
Yeah, hey, it's not 12:30.
Dang, I can actually get to bed before midnight and be asleep, maybe.
Yeah, right.
The key is just staying off my phone. If I get it, what happens is I lay in bed and I start looking at the phone, and then it's $1 a minute for Dan. Okay, Kyle, send a $50 super chat. Okay, all right. Guys, have a great night. We'll be back tomorrow night, 8:30, same time, and we'll figure out something. I'm sure Farhan will give us more material.
Sure he will.
Wow. Do we have a mugshot of this guy? Let's put a hold on. Let's end with this some clown music. I might as well go all in, right?
You bet, Glenn.
Let me see if I can find one there. He looks like a. Hold on. Don't see anything. What do we got here? One sec, guys. Come on. All right. Hold on. Hold on here. All right, you guys have a wonderful night as we close this show out. We'll see you tomorrow night. Wait, Eric.
There it goes.
Keep on a loop. Keep playing it. Keep playing it. Loop it, loop it. How do we loop that?
That's it.
All right.
All right, ready to close this out now?
Yeah, there's the dude that has single-handedly, him and Larry Bear and Greg Johnson, destroyed the San Francisco Giants, and they are no longer a classy organization. This is a clown show. It is a Major League Baseball clown show. Have a good night, everybody.
See you guys tomorrow night. Woo! Farhan's a liar!